Hey all, J-Man here. I just want to tell you about beardedshirts.com. It's a great place. Hey all, J-Man here. I just want to tell you about beardedshirts.com. It's a great place to get a lot of cool superhero shirts and other merchandise. You can scroll, they've always got sales on. As you can see, they've got these really cool print all over shirts, which I really love. That's Eddie, the founder of the site. And if you're looking for stuff, all you got to do is you click on the search here and you can type in all over, and that's going to show you the all over prints, which are really, really cool. Look at that. You got Legion of Superheroes, you got Brave and the Bold, you got JSA, you got Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all kinds of stuff. So check out beardedshirts.com. Hey everybody, welcome to today's live stream. It's a pretty weird casual one. We haven't done one of these, sort of state of fandom. We're going to talk about comics, the trailers that we've seen, stuff like the DC KO event. We'll talk about the Knightfall animated thing. We'll talk about Wonder Man teaser, whatever the chat wants to talk about. Bring up topics. We'll discuss it. Got a good panel lined up. Before we do that, though, let's do a really quick what's happening. Tomorrow, of course, is Earth's Mightiest Mondays, where we talk about 4 Avengers comics, and that's going to be a lot of fun. These are the Defenders issues, so this is the Avengers Defenders War that we're going to start up tomorrow. Tuesday is Tuesday Night Terrorvision. We're going to be talking about Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Yes, that's a great movie. That's like that's probably the last 10 out of 10 Halloween movie, except for his crummy mask and the blonde hair in that one part, which is absolutely unforgivable, but I kind of forgive it anyways. So we're going to talk about that on Tuesday. And then Friday is Fantastic Fridays, 4 more issues of the Fantastic Four. Yes, I've not read these yet. Looking forward to reading these. Very, very excited to get through to those. Let's thank the Super Friends. These are the channel members. I know FK is a member. FK, I got to add you back on. I didn't have a chance today. I was so busy. So big shout out though to our super friends. So Dan, Sean, Steven, Brennan, Mark, D, RR, Philip Story, Digger Jim, Quagnar, Just Joe, GT, FK, and CT Clobberin Times. We always thank Clobby. I don't know if he would be on. He'd probably if I asked him to come on tonight, he would have come on just to talk. But he's not really big into he wasn't really big into getting into these discussions on trailers and stuff. I didn't have anything planned for today. I thought let's just do an easy stream. We haven't done one of these casual ones in forever and ever. So getting ready to go. By the way, that's the new Boris calendar. I just got that for 2026. If you see that in the back there on the ground. So there you go. Looking forward to that. All right. So we got lots of guys to bring in. So let's start bringing her in.
Hey, Sean. Time to get ranty.
Oh, it's rant up or whatever. I got water today. I don't have any booze.
Yeah, get your water.
Get your water. I got my Polar Boy glass.
Hydration, yeah.
Hydrate. Yeah, I got my pills. And unfortunately, guys, sorry to tell you this, but I changed my ringtone for my pill, so you're not going to hear the Power Rangers thing anymore. I used a song that builds up, so it's not as shrill. Because it'd be like beep beep beep, and like oh crap! So now it's like I use the
by Zordon,
yeah Zordon. Yeah. What is it, Zordon? We need your help, Rangers. It's like the putties are talking. It's like, can we just skip to where we turn into the Zord? Like the putties are just gonna lose.
Who was Bryan Cranston? Was he the voice or the?
He was the Red Ranger, and then he was Zordon.
Bryan
Cranston was the Red Ranger. So the Red Ranger and the Green Ranger was Rita. They're saying they're former Rangers.
Okay.
And then they landed on Earth, and then she killed them, and then he became Zordon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the Red Ranger became Zordon or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, let's bring in. We've got 3 Stevens tonight. So they're gonna have to wear beards or I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out
tale of 3 Stevens. Yeah.
The tale of the 3 Stevens. So here's Steven regular. We'll call him regular Steve. No, it'll be Steven, Steve, and Ross if he shows up. What's that?
He's been drinking his Metamucil. He's regular Steve.
No, he's Steven, and then there's Steve, and then the other Steven is going to go by Ross if he
Ross.
eventually gets his computer working.
Yeah,
His computer's from 1947, so he's trying to figure it out. All right, let's get rid of Steven. Hey, Steven.
Regular Steven?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. All right, now we're going to bring Steve in, and then if Ross shows up, he'll just be called Ross. So where's Oh, I'm going to play this clip to introduce Steve because he has now. I know Steven, your name is Steven too, but he's using the first name of the guy in this clip. And Sean and I are going to talk about this first before we do anything else because we had a little bit of a surprise when we pre-ordered a certain Blu-ray. So we're going to talk about that first because it was very cool. So I'm going to use this clip to introduce him because he has the same first name spelling as the name of the guy in this clip.
You know, every place you go, there's always someone who thinks he's a badass, right?
Now, of course, we're referring to the immortal Steve James, who is just like the greatest person ever. Okay,
absolutely.
So big surprise. So Sean and I. Okay, so obviously Sean and I are fans of all this kind of stuff, right? Oh, let's say hi to the chat first. Hold on, let's say hi. Joe Dog was here first. What's up, Joe? Joe Dog, are you coming tomorrow? You're coming tomorrow, right? For Defenders. FK is here, our super friend. Thank you, Hale. The state of fandom, state of denial, state of confusion. Yeah, that's you got Wizards. I also have Wizards. I have Wizards as well. Sean, you have Wizards?
Yes, I do. Yeah, on DVD or something. But
could not be reached. How's it going? The state of fandom ain't good. Well, Just Joe is here. I love Halloween 4. I agree. Halloween 4 is awesome. They did her dirty big time in part 5. If there's a negative of part 5, that's a negative. That was really crappy. Doctor Strange is here. Hello, Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange. I've got the entire run. Doctor Strange 1 to 80. Classic Comics is here. Classic Comics is going to be here tomorrow, of course, for Earth's Mightiest Mondays. Vaughn is here. How's it? Your co-conspirator on Atrium. And Joe Dog confirming you're going to be here tomorrow. Awesome, Joe Dog. I'll send you the link tomorrow. Okay, so Ross, I don't know what's going on with Ross. I was getting messages. Hold on a second. What does he say? Let's see. What is he saying? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. He'll make it or he doesn't make it. It doesn't matter. Okay, so Sean and I are fans of Steve James, and he was in a lot of those canon movies, right? American Ninja series is kind of the big series. Obviously, Avenging Force, though his character was killed in Avenging Force, I was like pretty not happy.
Yeah.
Because I was pumped for the two of those guys to be together, Dudikoff and Steve James.
Yeah.
So anyways, he's in a movie called Riverbend, and unfortunately that thing has the worst quality copy of all time. Like if you try to go to find that movie, I don't own it and I've never seen it. And Sean, you haven't seen it. Have you seen it, Sean?
No, I think it was only on VHS. I don't think it ever came on DVD. So
I don't think so.
The rip is from an old VHS or something.
Right. So anyways, I don't remember the
I know of it. I mean, I knew of it, but yeah.
So let's get the movie out here. Okay, so what's looking good? It's Steve James.
Yeah.
And
as the hero, not a sidekick, yeah.
It's his It's his movie or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyways, this didn't really come out anywhere, at all. So this is one of these ones that I never seen. I don't own. I don't know anything about it. So I saw Facebook posts saying that, they're doing a better version of this movie. They found some print or something that they can like an actual, I don't know if it's 35 millimeter print or they found something.
Sam Furstenberg.
Sam Furstenberg.
Yeah,
Sam Furstenberg is a director of the American Ninja. He did the first one. Did he do the second one? I can't remember.
He did a bunch of canon stuff. Yeah.
He's done a bunch of canon. He did Avenging Force as well. And anywho, so they got it. They got the movie. So anyways, they're putting it out on is it a Blu-ray or is it a 4K? It's a Blu-ray, but it's going to be almost like a 6K scan or something. So I watched the comparison. It looks absolutely unbelievable. Like it's crazy clear. It's a bit expensive if you're in Canada. We're all four of us are Canadian folks here, and it was a little bit expensive. It's almost $80.
Yeah.
But as you know, I have unlimited money when it's something I must have, and I don't care. So I put it in I actually had it was funny too, because I had a screenshot of it because I saw it on Facebook. So I took a screenshot. I said, I'll order this on my next cycle, which is actually just my site, my credit card just restarted, right? So I was like, okay. So Sean actually pre-ordered it first. So Sean sends us a message, hey, I just pre-ordered this. And within I got my message in 1 minute. But
it might have been like a couple minutes. I was at work and I saw a notice on my phone, and the guy who's doing this from the channel Real Black One, he gave me a video message addressing me by name and said, "Thank you, Sean, for supporting this and giving me updates and everything." I'm like, what the hell? Who am I?
So then I was like, well, Sean, if Sean's the only person who gets this, I'm going to be very upset. So I was like, I can't allow that. So I quickly went on and pre-ordered. And so Real Black One, that's a YouTube channel. Now I didn't know, I've researched obviously after the fact. So he's part of sort of the team of guys that's trying to help get this restored or whatever. So it's actually only available through his YouTube channel store.
Right.
Which is why it's more expensive, because it's not one of these boutique sellers who have made thousands of copies or something. You can only get it through his thing.
Yeah.
So I ordered it up, and then I got the message immediately, and it's like, hey Jason, thanks for supporting this movie, and all. I'm like, holy crap, this is crazy. I have ordered many, probably 2,000 movies, because I have almost 4,000. So I've ordered at least, I have never got a personal message saying thanks for backing this thing, which I didn't even need, because I was going to get it anyways, because it's Steve James, so it's a must own.
Yeah.
I don't even know, it's an action movie. I can guess what the topic is going to be through what clips I've seen. I don't know if it's going to be full, if he's going to be going full martial arts or just action.
I don't know. He comes back from a war. I don't know which one, and probably World War II, and then into the East South, and stuff happens. I don't really know what the story is. I saw clips, and he's awesome. Anyways, he's got that deep voice and all that. He's poking people off, so it looks cool to me. And Sam Furstenberg, that guy doesn't make a bad movie. So.
No, he's good. So it's funny too, because the very first thing I have on stream. Oh, Ross is here. Sort of. It says not connected. I'll wait till he's connected. Yeah. The very, very first thing I have on StreamYard, which is the very first thing that I'm sure Steve has on his StreamYard. Okay, Ross. Okay, Ross is here. He wants a certain intro. Hold on. Where's my intro?
I can't wait any longer.
Hey, Ross.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
I didn't hear Neil Breen.
Yeah, that was Neil. I just played him. So, have you seen? Okay, without going into the history of this movie, because we got lots to talk about, really quickly, have you seen Riverbend? You're frozen. Great. Oh, terrible. Because this was the one person. There was a chance it may have seen this.
This is what I was afraid.
Okay, well, we're gonna pretend. Anyways, the very first video that I have on StreamYard is the countdown, which comes with StreamYard as the countdown that you guys see before we go live. The second video I have is the badass clip that I played for Steve because I was like, when Steve James entered that movie, first of all, I know he was against Michael Dudikoff. That was a bit shitty. He was against them, but then they became friends. When they became friends, there's so many great lines in that movie because Michael Dudikoff's character in that movie is the quiet guy. He doesn't talk so he doesn't have a lot of dialogue. So Steve has to kind of make up the dialogue. And when he comes in and he's talking to the guy, he's like, he goes, Charlie, let me talk to you for a minute over here. Come over here. And he's like, listen, you're going to get ready, put on some working fatigues, and you're going to be ready to cover for, sorry. He's like, Charlie, come over here. He's like, let's talk about your future for a second. He's like, okay. He's like, well, listen, you're going to go and get some fatigues on, and you're going to get ready to cover up for Joe. And he's like, well, what does that have to do with my future? He's like, because if you don't do what I tell you, you ain't going to have a future. And he's like, oh, okay. Every line he says, but the badass, he's like, every place you go, there's always someone who thinks he's a badass. Like, I agree with that. I'm just at Walmart and there's a guy walking around like, who are you? Like, why are you walking around? And I thought Steve James really has like a lot of good life lessons. I was going to do a video of the life lessons of American Ninja. But Steve James and in American Ninja, I think it was an Avenging Force.
Yeah.
It was either Avenging Force or American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, where there's a part where he's got his shirt on, he's fighting, and then in the next scene, he doesn't have his shirt on.
Yeah, Avenging Force.
Avenging Force.
Yeah.
And then so the Michael Dudikoff is like, he's like, Steve, you had your shirt on, so for continuity, he's like, listen, I'm not having my shirt on in the rest of this now. It's like, because he's pretty muscular. He's like, why? He goes, listen, I didn't work out, to wear a shirt. He goes, but you didn't have one in the scene. So it's like the continuity. He goes, I don't care about the continuity. Screw the continuity, right? Okay, Ross, have you seen Riverbend?
No, I was doing a last minute struggle with the computer. I think we're okay now. But I'm looking at this. I'm going like, oh my God, Steve James made a solo movie.
Yeah, that's what we're all saying.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So Sean and I ordered this. So there's a YouTube channel. This guy's got 1.5 million subscribers. So I mean, it's a bit of a fail that I didn't know about him. But anyways, Real REE, like movie Real Black Space 1. Him and Sam Furstenberg, I guess they found a print or something. They're restoring this thing to like a Blu-ray. It's like a 6K scan. And Sean pre-ordered it and got a personal video message that's pretty long. Mine's like a minute something from the guy saying, oh, thank you, Sean, for it. Like, it's not a fake message. Like, he's saying his name. It's not AI or whatever. Because then I got one. So then I pre-ordered it and I got one within 1 minute. The guy, and it looks like he's got his phone like, hey, Jay, thanks for ordering this. I appreciate it. It's like, so anyways, just wanted to shout that out. That was awesome.
So you've seen this? You can order it and you can watch it like.
It's a Blu-ray. It's the only way you could see this movie is in the worst version. You can probably try to find a pirate copy somewhere because it was only on VHS and I think they thought it was lost.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
It was always a lost movie.
You can watch it on YouTube for free now, but you guys are getting the restored Blu-ray when it's available.
I mean, if you go to I don't know this person. I don't want to endorse someone who I don't know. Mm-hmm. So people can look at this on their own thing. It's not. I'm not affiliated, and just in case he says something weird or whatever. I don't know. Right. This guy. I'm just saying that he sent me a message, and I checked out his restoration video, and it looks absolutely crazy.
Wow.
This is the guy that got with Michael Dudikoff. They work together, Joe.
Yeah.
I like
They're going to be in Delta Force 2, and then they got Chuck Norris back. Yeah.
Steve James could have played Blade. I know if he was Blade. Can you imagine if he was Blade?
Yeah, I can't remember what he died of cancer, so I can't remember when that was.
Very young.
Yeah, there he is. Oh my God, super. And like you got to look at the like. Yeah, and the hair is like so perfect. It's like drawn.
He's got 80s action figure like hairline.
Isn't that cool? Like. See, fighting the big ninjas, like, oh my God.
I mean, if you want to have a bad movie night with your friends, especially if they've never seen an American Ninja movie, you just tell them that the joke is that the American Ninja can't do shit, and this guy is the one who does all the fighting.
Which is the funny part about. So in American Ninja, he's a martial. They don't specify he's a martial arts instructor. They say karate, sort of, but. Joe isn't. I mean, he can't. Dudikoff. Who plays Joe isn't as good. This guy actually is like fighting and stuff. So there is one American Ninja movie that he's not in it, which I believe is 4. No, it's 4. I have them all too. Yeah. Oh no, he might. I don't think anyone's in 5. Is that just Bradley on his own or whatever? Or
5 was the bad one, right? With
no, I didn't think it was that bad. I think like part 3
is
the
Pat Morita one, right?
God, I'd have to watch. I own them all. I have to rewatch them.
It's basically a remake of Karate Kid.
Yeah, sounds right.
What was the Steve James where he's training? Was that Steve James? Oh no, that was Billy Blanks. That was the training one. But anyway, Steve James, Avenging Force.
J-Man, you like the third one, right? You like that guy, right?
So the third guy, which is American Ninja 3.
Yeah, you like
that is what's his name? This guy. So this guy's from Fist of the North Star and David Bradley. That's him.
Right.
Hey, Real Popcorn Geek, how's it going, dude? American Ninja 5 is the Halloween 3 sequel. Yeah. So, anyways, okay. So we're not here to talk about how awesome American Ninja is. And
Yes,
Ross,
we
when you said
are.
bad movie night, you meant to say awesome movie night because like
we called it bad movie night for genericness and brevity.
Okay.
But a lot of the movies we showed were movies we dearly, dearly loved and just would never win an Oscar.
I see. Okay, I got you.
I see
All
a
right,
lot
so
of
let's
the
look.
J-Man regulars are here. Hi, guys.
Hey. So animated. So Batman Knightfall. This was announced as, and they actually used the font, which is
cool.
Nice.
which is the thing. So this is coming out from the animation. My problem is that I'm no longer pumped up for anything because some of these animations have, because it used to be, the animations, that's going to be awesome. Like that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Nope.
Right? It's not that way anymore. I feel like I haven't watched the Watchmen one yet. I got those. I've been buying them all, but I'm behind. I think I watched Long Halloween. Is that the one that they changed it? One of them they changed completely.
They changed Hush.
The Killing.
Oh, Hush.
It was Hush.
Oh yeah. What the hell did they? What was it? It was like Riddler. No, what was
Riddler
something?
was cut out of it, apparently.
And I read Hush, and I actually read Hush and then watched it like at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, save for the title.
They started changing them as far back as Killing Joke, though.
Yeah, they changed that.
Yeah, they changed Killing
with
Joke.
the
I
Batgirl
heard.
thing.
Yeah. All the
So
Alan Moore cringe they cut out.
I didn't even watch the Crisis thing they made, which like
Neither
the
have I,
3-part thing.
I haven't watched that yet either.
They are so hit and miss, man. Like there used to be, like you could guarantee, like you said, J-Man, the animated stuff you could guarantee was awesome. But like I've seen some really crappy ones. I think Batman was it Bad Blood, the one where he's barely in it, and it's like Dick Grayson is Batman, and he's like arguing with Damian Wayne. I'm like, what is going on? And Batman's the villain, and I'm like, what the hell? Because he's hypnotized or something. I'm like, who wants to see this movie? People who don't like Batman? I don't understand who this is for.
Yeah,
That's
weird.
based on a comic story, though. No,
That's a what?
I don't know if it's based on a comic story. No,
Maybe it's an Elseworld.
Probably, but like, when did they start mining the stuff that sucked? I mean, look at Injustice. They went into Injustice and they did that one. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, well, that's very popular, Steve. I don't like it either, but they had to make that at some point.
Well, yeah, but
even like Legion of Superheroes, like they really messed up that whole team. You know, like I think the villain is who's the villain? Like Cosmic Boy or something? It's like why?
Oh, that Legion of Superheroes thing is a disgrace to humanity. I haven't seen a decent DC anime since Justice Unlimited. Yeah. So, okay, the Justice or Legion of Superheroes is the most infuriating piece of garbage of all. Like, and that came out right when Sean and I were doing Legion Mondays.
Yeah.
And we had you know what's a big mistake is that you put that movie on for guys that just 5 minutes ago read 300 issues of Legion. It's like, let's put this on. So Sean and I just finished reviewing 300 Legion of Superhero comics, literally 300. I'm not making up a number. There's like 30 streams. There's like more than 30. There's like 50 streams or something.
Yeah. And
we're doing three issues per. Anyways, and so I watched it, and it's absolutely disgusting. They made Mon-El. Am I wearing Mon-El today?
It's Mon-El. Okay, yeah.
I'm wearing Mon-El today. They made underneath Twincast. hey, somebody knew this was Twincast on Pete's channel. I was completely caught off guard. Like, Twincast shirt. I'm like, whoa, what's going on in the chat here?
It's all nerds, man.
What the heck? Anyways, because it's either blue. Is that Blaster? Why is it blue? Anyway, or is it Soundwave? No, he's got an Autobot symbol. So I watched it, and they made Mon-El the bad guy. DC doesn't have villains that you can use. You made Mon-El, who is
Fatal 5.
Yeah. Like, why don't you have the effing Fatal 5?
Yeah.
Like,
Because they already had them fighting
They already had the
Justice League,
Fatal
another
5,
weird
yeah.
thing.
So have them again.
That didn't make any sense.
They've had Joker 4 billion times.
Yeah.
Like, and there's 5 of them. Modern movies become anti-entertainment. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Bad Blood was part of the New 52. Yes, so season New 52 is terrible.
My God, it was so bad. I watched it. I'm like, this is awful. Who would think this is a good storyline? Like, I get it. Like, I understand what you're saying, Sean. Like, you know, like they have to make, you know, we were going to get, always going to get a Civil War Marvel movie, like big shot.
Right.
But like, how many great storylines have we not done yet? And yet you're going immediately to this one? Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't make any, like, this did not build the House of DC, the Batman Bad Blood. There's a million, like, do Venom. Do Venom if you want to do an alternate Batman story. That's still good, right? Like, you know the one I'm talking about.
What? Yes. Why don't they, you know what? Why don't they do all of Legends? Why don't they do Legends of the Dark Knight as a series and do one every 2 years? You could literally do what the first one was Shaman. The set was, I mean, I don't remember the order, but like, there's like the first 7 or something were pretty awesome. Like,
That's a great series.
I mean, that's like 7 movies that are, and they're all 5 issues. They're all 5 comics, right? It's always like part 1 to 5, maybe 6. I mean, this is like easy peasy. I mean, if this is done well, so I'm reviewing these right now on the channel. You guys have seen, I got the first appearance of Bane. I got Vengeance of Bane. My eBay orders came in, and I got all of Knightfall 1 to 19 plus some Shadow of the Bat tie-ins. So I've got the Knightfall story 1 to 19, and then of course it continues on after that. So I've been reviewing those for the channel. And is this going to come out in time to match up with my reviews so that when I watch it, I'm going to barf because it's going to be so terrible? Like, guys, that Legion of you know how much praise I got for the PSA. I said, don't watch the Legion of Superheroes. They're like, thank God you told me, because I was going to watch it. I was like, don't watch.
Clubby was alive at that point.
Clubby was alive,
and you told him not to watch it, and he's like, okay.
I said Mon-El is the villain, and it's so stupid. Like, how can Mon-El be the villain when he is like the best hero? He spent 1,000 years in the Phantom Zone, and then came back after Superboy entrapped him or whatever. He came out like 1,000 years later and was still a super kind person. He's like, oh, I learned.
I know, but in those years, he stewed and became evil or whatever. So
you know what's
right? It's so stupid.
From a business perspective, I gotta say, from a business perspective, these guys are kind of weird, because let's break it down. You look at the Christopher Nolan series. Now that's, you know, Nolanverse. It's not traditional Batman.
Right.
But you're going, because it's live action and it's a big cinema movie with a big cast and a named director, you're going to get the casuals, the normies, all those people in, and they're going to praise it and blah, 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 and the critics are going to love it. Let me tell you something. If a critic likes your movie, I would be very suspicious. Anyhow, when you get to the animated movies, you're breaking that normie class down, because first of all, you're going to animate it, which is more of a niche thing. And then you're going direct to DVD, even more of a niche thing.
Right. Good point.
So you are now breaking down the niche to the real fans for the animated stuff, and you're making crap that doesn't resemble the comics there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what is the point of changing Legion of Superheroes? You're not going to, nobody cares. Firstly, Sean, I found this out. Most people don't care about Legion of Superheroes. But you know what else we found out? The people that do care, super mega care.
Yeah, it's the Grateful Dead of comics. Yeah,
yeah, they're like Legion rings. I got a Legion ring. I got one too.
Yeah,
like shirts. They don't get tattoos.
I wore the Brady 5 T-shirt to the comic store one day, just like because I just picked up a shirt to wear. And this one guy was like, "Long live the Legion." I'm like, "Long live the Legion," right?
Yeah, we've had people who have not returned to my live streams since I stopped Legion.
Right.
There's like 3 or 4 guys. They have not. They're like, I was just coming on for Legion. That totally fair. I mean, I did 300 appearances. I don't know. I'm not the Legion of Superheroes channel. I can't. Like, I did more than anyone will ever do in their lives. So, but in any case, it's pretty offensive. So yeah, Steve, that's a good point. It's like, or Steven, that's a good point.
Yeah, I thought those cartoons were made for the fans. That was the safe space for the fans, you know?
Right.
Oh no! Yeah, I know, but like,
no.
but the
discussion has to be.
Not
the movies were more general audience, so they make dumb changes and stuff you get annoyed at. But then they started doing that for the cartoons. I don't know why. They weren't giant sellers,
right?
Like you're just like impacting the actual demographic you're trying to sell to.
Yeah,
it might come down though to who's producing, right? Like who do they have as like the showrunners? Because if they have that film mindset, then they're gonna go with the gateway, thinking that animation is the same as live action, not realizing that the live action is the gateway, right?
Yeah.
That brings in your big tent. But for, as you mentioned, Stephen, the refined fan, because basically the animated stuff is moving comic books.
Yes. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And it's $30 a pop when it comes out.
Yeah.
So it's, that is for the fans. Like only a fan's going to make that decision to buy that,
DC only fans.
Because you'll get a lot of people that watch movies and they'll be like, I don't do animated.
Yeah, 100%.
They won't watch anything, but if it's animated, they won't touch it.
Yeah.
So ever hear anyone say, I don't do live action. No one says that.
Yeah.
No.
Right?
I kept saying like the part of the outrage about Star Wars is the Clone Wars series was amazing. Like there were episodes that were as good as the movies.
Yeah.
And as good as the good movies, I mean.
Yeah,
and they were, but like people won't touch it because it's animated, and that goes double for those guys.
Like that guy. You haven't watched it. You have the Blu-rays. You want to watch it.
Go ahead, Ross. Finish your point, then I got something. Ross, you done? Or I think he's frozen.
You might have frozen again.
You're frozen. All right. Well, here you go.
All of you.
No, I haven't. Look, okay. You know what? I don't know what it is. Star Wars. I've really tried. To me, it's the 3 Star Wars real movies.
Yeah.
The 2 Ewok movies, and that's it. And then I like the Ewoks cartoon and the Droids cartoon for cute, fun things. Oh, look, it's the Ewoks. Isn't that cute? But I prefer the live action movies, and I don't think I'm good with the prequels. I used to think to myself, I think I'm okay with the prequel. I don't think I'm there. Like I don't hate them, but there's a strong probability I'm never watching episode 2 or 3 ever again in my life. I don't know. I just rewatched them now, proper sit down, 65-inch 4K TV proper version, and I'm like, no, I can't. I hate Hayden Christensen, and his turn is so stupid. I can't take it. It's just I can't watch it at all. I can watch I've seen Phantom Menace many times because I think Darth Maul looks cool and I like Liam Neeson, and that's
Duel of the Fates is cool.
That's a cool fight, and the music is awesome. That's like a good lightsaber fight.
Yeah.
I can watch that one, but yeah.
You know what? Let's be honest. The prequels would make a great clip movie. So if you took the best of from each one of those films and put them together, you could probably get a good hour and a half.
Yeah.
Right? But when you
I agree with that.
Stuff, it's a tough watch. That's a hard trilogy to go through.
Someone did the 3 prequels as serials. And
black and white with the
black and white, black and white, and they cut them all down to like each movie was like 45 minutes or something. And shit, I was like, this is cool.
Hey
and
man, Attack of the Clones. Is that the second one?
Yeah.
When he's on Genosha or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. Whatever.
Take away all the romantic stuff. That movie.
Yes. No, that's my
Yeah.
favorite one of the
Yeah.
prequels.
Yeah.
But
It's
they
a
cut
great
away
film.
5 times to them, and it's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but the thing is too is like I really sat and watched this, and okay, first I've seen Attack of the Clones a few times. Let's put okay. So are we done with this Nightfall thing? Does anyone, Steve? You didn't say
I
anything?
don't trust it until I see reviews.
All right,
Mm.
okay.
Just like everything else.
Yep.
And
It's cool.
They gotta do Bane well too. Don't dirt Bane.
Yeah.
But my
Yeah.
question is, how long is it? Is it going to be split in 2 parts? And what do they do? Are they only doing Nightfall? Or are they doing Nightfall, Night Quest, and Night's End? What are they doing? I don't know. You know,
That's a good question.
because they did the Death of Superman thing, which was
Yes.
Funeral for a Friend and Reign of Superman all in one.
Yes.
Package.
3-hour
But it
thing.
wasn't that 2 parts?
It was 2 parts. I bought the one that combines them.
Oh, okay.
But even then they made dumb changes, which I didn't like. I mean, just have the Supermen and stuff, right? So anyway,
All right. Okay, let's move on then. Anyone else want to say anything on this Nightfall thing, or we're waiting to see? We're not sure. We have to wait, right?
yeah.
Jabba the Hutt.
The Star Wars prequels are awesome, and
Yeah. Okay. So Jabba the Hutt's son or something is going to be in Mandalorian and Grogu, right? Is that's?
Are we watching that, J-Man, or no?
I guess so. I've seen every Star Wars thing except for the first 2.
Yeah.
I can go on my own. We can go on our own. We don't need to get together for it. Like that's a
Yeah,
long...
I don't know.
Solo
I
side
have
mission for
no
you guys?
interest in this thing. So, yeah.
Doctor Strange saying with all the prequels, the only thing the mainstream people can is love in the Clone Wars stuff. How we want Anakin fight from return. Yeah, like my thing is like the prequels. Like again, yeah, you're right. Attack of the Clones, if you remove that, is pretty good. But here's the thing too: she's going back and like I don't understand. WTF is going on in that movie? It's like she's here. I got to go back. I got to go back. It's like you just came from Naboo. Like all they do is go from Naboo back to wherever, and it's like why don't you just live somewhere? It like if you're on Naboo, then go and they make up lame excuses. And the other thing too is that I still. Maybe we could settle this today. October 19th, 37 minutes into this live stream. Can we settle this? Is Christopher Lee the bad guy or not? Because hold on.
I don't know.
Okay, right. So
Count Dooku, yeah.
See, nobody knows.
But he doesn't do anything bad. So,
like hold on. Steve, hold on 1 second.
Yep.
So he's a separatist. So he's saying that the council is being run by a Sith Lord. That's true. So he wants to separate from the Senate. So that means he's the good guy. But then he's capturing guys and doing this weird shit. So is he really pretending to be a separatist because that's part of Palpatine's plan? Also, how is he a Sith Lord when there's only supposed to be 2 of them and Darth Maul just died? So Darth Maul just died and then he took an existing Jedi and says, "Oh, I'll make you my apprentice now?" Or is he a separate Sith Lord because isn't there supposed to just be 2 of those guys? That entire movie is effed up. I don't like what is going on. The story is 0. Like it looks cool. There's adventures.
There can be many Sith Lords. No. Lords, but it's just the Sith Lord and his apprentice. So you can have like Palpatine and Darth Maul as Sith Lord and apprentice, and you can have Dooku and Anakin Skywalker as Sith Lord and apprentice.
Okay, so is Christopher Lee the bad guy or not?
he
Lee
is the
a bad
apprentice.
guy. He's working into.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But he's the apprentice. No, he is the apprentice to Palpatine, isn't he?
He may have been Palpatine's apprentice, but now he's a full-on Lord. So what? Like once Darth Vader is a Lord, then he can take on an apprentice, which was going to be Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Palpatine was like, okay, so Palpatine was the Sith Lord and trained Dooku, and then Dooku's like, oh, he's like, you're pretty good now. You can go off on your own, and I'll take a new guy.
Now you can go off and train other people.
And then
But I thought at the beginning of the 3rd one, where Anakin executes Dooku, that means that Anakin now replaces Dooku as the apprentice. Am I wrong on that or no? Palpatine orders.
No, you were correct.
Palpatine orders Anakin to execute Dooku. He does that. So then now
that Darth
Anakin
Maul
is going to be the next apprentice.
Right. Now that Darth Maul is dead and Dooku is out of the picture, it's just going to be Palpatine and Anakin. That was the whole.
Yeah, no, the rule of two is stupid. I don't know why you limit yourself like that as a writer. Like that, and the whole business of like a Jedi's can't fall in love is really like all that was introduced in the prequels and was never a thing in the books, and it really limited things because then you get these continuity like snafus. It's like, so who's the apprentice and who's what?
Okay, so see,
you also lose Mara Jade, right? Like you lose those kind of relationships, and then you keep, because what I find is that the Jedis then become two-dimensional. They're very stiff.
Right.
Okay, so every single one of us on the panel and 2 people in the chat have different views. So given the fact that everyone has a different view, does that make Attack of the Clones A, awesome, B, stupid because no one understands it and everyone walked away with a completely different understanding about it, or 3, same CPU?
In addition to Dooku being a Sith Lord, he paid for all of the Clone Army stuff.
Right.
Yeah. He used count money to pay for all that.
Dooku's
they say it like really fast in the library scene, and there was a Jedi that died like off somewhere else, and I forgot his name, and so Dooku used like that guy's name to pay for, but his count money to pay for all of the Clone Army stuff.
God, how complicated this is.
Do you see how stupid this is? Nobody understands it. Do you remember when he walked out of Return of the Jedi and you thought, I don't know what happened. Is Luke a villain or a hero? Is Leia a villain or a hero?
It all goes back to like the reason why no one liked George Lucas was because of stuff like that. Like he wasn't getting the help he had with the original trilogy. The original trilogy, a lot of people are writing those scripts. It's like he writes it, someone else does a gloss.
Yeah.
It's like he got a lot of help. And with the prequels, it's just a lot of yes men, and he just like wrote a script, probably re-edited himself, and had no one else give him input, and that was the problem with that. So,
all right,
he writes like an old-timey sci-fi writer.
Sorry, Ross?
He doesn't care. Like George Lucas writes like an old-timey sci-fi writer. If you read like The Star Wars, like that Dark Horse graphic novel, that reads like a sci-fi novel from the 70s that would have been read and forgotten during that decade only. But
there's just like weirdness.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like, they can't have sex or whatever. Like, why not?
Yeah. Well, he's trying to do the whole corrupt religion thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sit well with normies. I know people who had their mind blown because they were convinced Jango Fett was Boba Fett. It's like, well, it's the same helmet, and it's like, well, no, he was like the gene pool that Boba Fett and all the other clones.
Yeah, and that sucked too.
And they were like, what? And it's like,
him not being a Mandalorian kind of stuff.
Yeah, like why isn't he? It's like, oh no, he's not a real Mandalorian. Oh, so I don't care. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
like I thought he was a Mandalorian.
Magazine articles about Mandalorians, and we're like all pumped up for this, and then he's not one. So
yeah. See,
I think the thing that we're all, because you mentioned it earlier, and I think we're all kind of touching on it, is that Lucas is great for like the overall, like getting it started. But when it comes to getting it refined, what's his name?
Lawrence
Kasdan as the co-writer, right, for Empire and for Return of the Jedi, doesn't get enough credit as far as I'm concerned. And then the second one, like Empire, I can't remember. I think it's Irving
Kershner is director. Yeah,
that movie just moved.
What's her face? Yeah, the woman, I forgot her name, but she was like a big sci-fi writer. She's credited, but like,
Oh yeah,
it's
she's
only
great
2 or 3
too.
of her ideas.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there's people. This is like the Stan Lee argument we had. There's people walking around that think George Lucas wrote and directed everything. It's like, and their mind is blown when you say he didn't direct, Empire and things. It's like, what were you talking about? It's like, did you read the credits? Like,
Lee
look
Brackett.
at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee Brackett. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
Boba Fett was cool until they removed his mask. Exactly.
Yeah.
Darth Maul was epic until they made him talk too much. Yeah.
Having a boner to hunt down Obi-Wan.
Hey, Chris, how's it going, man?
Like, at the end of the day, with me not really delving that much into the universe outside of the movies, they're just not fun to watch.
I thought Darth Maul in the Clone Wars TV shows was awesome. He became like a legitimate villain. He wasn't just like some scary space guy.
The Clone Wars are great, but like the movies, like I can now watch The Phantom Menace as long as I fast forward through the Jar Jar Binks parts.
Oh
but
my
like
God.
the other 2 movies, I can't, like, I sit through them. I'm like, when you feel your brain dribbling out of your ears? That's what I feel like when I watch those movies. I just feel like stupider after I leave them. Like I just lost IQ points. They just aren't fun to watch. And
Steven, I agree with you 100%.
Well, I'm going to play the old part card because. Go ahead.
Well, 1 second, Ross. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'll just put this in quickly.
Yeah.
After binge watching Andor and missing it,
yeah,
it made Rogue One, like I love Rogue One already, but watching Rogue One right after Andor, you realize how good that movie is, and it was a fun watch.
Yeah,
I like Rogue One, but I didn't see Andor. I saw 2 episodes and threw up, and then I tried to watch episode 1 again.
Yeah, I watched season 1 and it's really not good. I'm obviously missing something. Everyone praises it and
I'm missing
season
it.
2 was great, but it's nothing I haven't seen before, and there's nothing new or unique.
No, nothing happens in episode. I watched episode 1 twice, and I thought, why did I watch this again? And then someone said it gets good on episode 37. I'm like, I'm not watching 36 episodes of garbage to get to 1 episode that's mediocre.
It's not that long.
I
6 episodes. It feels like it's 36 episodes. But
I may exaggerate from time to time.
There's a heist at the end, which is a serviceable heist. It's not anything awesome. I don't know what people are watching. Like,
listen. Having not seen it, I can confidently say it sucks. Even though I haven't seen it, and that's not really fair. But I'm going to be unfair.
Wait. Which one are you talking about?
Andor.
They meant to spell it boredom, but then they realized that if you call it Andor. And then someone wrote Andor, and you're like, oh no, that's not it. You missed the
/or. Like, oh yeah.
So remember how about Andor is it? Well, Andor shows you like how this low key fascism starts to take over.
I know,
and
but Steve, that's not Star Wars. Star Wars is good and bad.
But
that he
right.
Took stuff from World War II is just like coloring. But it's not about like, how does fascism? That's not Star Wars.
No, you're correct. And that's why that stuff belongs in a TV series like Andor. And they should have made a sharper separation. Like, these are the movies, and this is the epic stuff with the space battles and the lightsaber fights and all that kind of thing. And then here's the TV shows, which is just kind of like the lives and adventures of low-key people that you've maybe seen in the backgrounds of the movies or whatever, or a backstory or something that doesn't even matter.
Right. Yeah. So one is real Star Wars, the other one's fake Star Wars. They did name it that. They said if you see Disney,
it showed like
Star Wars. It's fake Star. Look, everyone is talking.
Well, no, the whole problem is.
Finish your point, Ross. Ross is you're cutting out.
Yeah,
I'm talking. So let's just say this. Everyone forgive Ross. He may or may not cut you off because he is like on a different. He's in like a different universe.
Delay. Yeah,
it's a delay. So, okay, Ross, finish your point, and then I'll say my.
Let me see if I can fix the connection a little bit.
Okay. So it's all fake Star Wars. everyone's talking nice, and we're pretending it's not garbage, but it's garbage. No one bought any Andor t-shirts. No one has any Andor tattoos. No one ran to Toys R Us and bought the Andor Black Series figures. It's like, no one cares.
What, Jay? Here, I'll put it this way, and in some way, kind of like the cartoons versus the live action, right? Andor was for the original Star Wars fans that have grown up with it and still like it, but now have slightly more adult taste, right?
Yeah,
still like the wizards and all that kind of stuff. Vaughn, you're a Star Trek guy. Vaughn's pure.
I'm a Star Trek guy too, Vaughn, but only real Star Trek
with his Prime Directive. So stop that. And then like the cartoons went kids wise, but I think where you're getting at, Jay, is that the original trilogy married both of them, where it was adult enough and kid enough to get everybody in, and now we're almost siloing the audience based on what's being produced.
Like I'm looking at this. My whole thing is like, what is this? I think Sean and I and Steven as well. I think the top three guys are very in sync. I think Sean, out of the three of us, is maybe on top to say that Sean has ventured out and way more. So he has more real Star Wars stuff than that. So if we flipped it, like if I put Sean on top, say, okay, this is now your sort of your hierarchy. I don't know with Ross and Steve, if you guys need to be flipped or whatever, but like Sean, read a bunch of the novels, watched shows, even tried new things, tried the High Republic books and stuff. So then you get down to me and I'm like, I do like the movies. I like some of the shows. I can watch them. I like Mandalorian, season 1. I thought it's kind of neat. I like Rogue One. I can watch Phantom Menace a few times. It's like I don't hate it. Even Jar Jar, he's annoying, but I can kind of take him. So there's the different levels, But if and then Steve is below that, where it's like original trilogy, maybe the Ewok movies, maybe Rogue One. That's about it, right, for you? Yeah. Maybe Clone Wars,
and the other one that came after Clone Wars,
Rebels. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so and then maybe Steve, I don't know if maybe you would be above me because you seem to be a bit more like. Did you like any of the other shows besides Andor or?
No, not really. Like I like the season. I think you and I are maybe similar because I'm not much in. Like I watched a little bit of Clone Wars, and I didn't watch any of Rebels, but I cannot stand the prequels. I cannot stand the sequels.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Yeah. And then basically maybe I'm the beatdown fan, where it's like, okay, I'll watch the one with the young kids. The Wild Bunch or whatever it is.
Oh, Skeleton Crew.
Yeah,
that was garbage. Confirmed. I confirmed. I watched one episode. Like, this is horrendous garbage.
Maybe I'll watch it because I like Jude Law. But like, I personally would just love a Luke Skywalker series where he's like a badass Jedi. Let me see that. Right? Bring in the Yuuzhan Vong, or am I getting that? Are they right, Sean?
Yuuzhan Vong.
I would have loved to have seen that storyline. And it's because like the Jedis are like kung fu masters, and I love the old kung fu master who can kick ass. I would have loved to have seen Luke because that would have been his character arc. For me, Star Wars is Luke's story. It's not Palpatine's. It's not Anakin's. That's where I stand.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so we got kind of see, like I'm not angry about things. Like if people really think like there's these Star Wars shows, it's just very embarrassing. If you're shilling for this stuff, it's quite embarrassing because some of it, I didn't watch Andor, so I don't really know. Andor might be competently made. Like, it's got good acting and it's got direction and all of this stuff. But I did watch, what was that? Acolyte. And that is a bad program. Not just the story, like it's poor. I don't want to say manufactured. What am I trying to say? Like it's poor. Even simple shit where it's like guys, like we talked about this on the other stream where it's like I was on Admiral Teague's channel and he were talking about that and he's like, you'll see 2 shots of people talking and there's someone in the background moving and then you cut back and it's like that person's here. It's like, well, how did that? Wait a minute, where are they?
Poorly made. Yeah,
it's just badly made. And there are some parts where literally they're looking around for this fortress and they're like, oh my god, there's a fortress. I'm like, but you would see it. Like it's right there. Like how are you not seeing
It's
it?
Snuffleupagus rules.
It's the
like,
Snuffleupagus. I've got to go. It's like, well, he's right there. He's so slow. There's no way you didn't see him. Even as a kid, I was like, wait a minute. Why? He's right there.
Camera. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know what? It only works on babies who don't know peekaboo. You know why you play peekaboo with your kids? So they understand that once they're out of your vision, you're not out of the real world. You still exist, right? That's why you play peekaboo so kids understand that even if I don't see a thing, it still exists somewhere, right? Anywho, and the story is bad, and they threw in all of this weird politics stuff, this identity politics stuff, which was super nonsense. None of it made any sense. The witches are bad. I don't care what you're saying. Witches are traditionally bad. They're not misunderstood. I rewrote the first episode of Acolyte in my head and made it make sense. That was bad. I watched Ahsoka. Super, who cares, boring. I'm like, I stopped watching it. There was 8 episodes. I watched 6 and I just said, I'm done. I couldn't even bother to watch 2 more to complete it. I was like, you know what? I don't care. This is boring. If you ask me right now what happened in that show, I literally have no clue at all. Not even, I was like, Rosario Dawson is orange or something. Like that's all I know. I don't like Ahsoka. I don't like that character.
For Ahsoka too, because I like it. I enjoyed the Clone Wars show, and I saw her character arc, and I thought those last 4 episodes that they did for Disney Plus with her, like that goes right up to Revenge of the Sith. I forgot which of the prequel movies, but like it's like her off to the side thing. Awesome stuff. I was all in for Ahsoka, and that show was so boring. It was like they would say a line, and then they would do this 4 count.
And wait.
And then you're like, yes. And it's like the Rocky Horror Show when he's like an anticipation. It was like every other line of dialogue was like that. It was horrendous. So.
No, and you know what? Can I hot topic? I was gonna say, can I do a super hot take? I don't like Rosario Dawson at all. I don't like her in anything. I think it was because she was in one of those Clerks movies.
Yes.
And she was in Clerks too, and I despised that movie. And then anytime I see her, I'm like, oh yeah, she's from Clerks too. And I was like, oh, and I don't like her. And I don't like her in Daredevil. Well, she was pretty good as this fake character. I don't care about her in Daredevil either. I don't like her at all. She was also in that movie Kids, where my buddy liked it. And listen, I know everyone likes her. I'm not against anybody liking her. Steven's got to go. All right, Steven, you cool? What's coming up? You got anything? I got your website link up. You want to mention anything?
Still working on my 6th book. Still writing for the Movie Elite. Just reviewed Selfie on the Movie Elite. Awesome series. Just I'm always writing, and hopefully I'm looking forward to the day I can be on these more regularly. Awesome talking to you guys as always. Take care of yourselves.
All right, take it easy, man. See ya.
Later, Steve.
Hey, Angry Gamer, how's it going? Boys trying to make it for girls. Yeah, that's true. I was gonna call.
Weird, yeah.
It was gonna be called Star Wars Underworld. I don't know about it. We'll look at that up in a second.
Oh yeah, the Underworld one. Yeah, there was
sounds familiar.
There was a 5-minute sizzle reel that was released on the internet like 10 years ago. It basically looked like cops with stormtroopers.
Let's see.
Not to be confused with the fan film that's literally cops with stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Yeah, see Kids. Oh, that movie's trash. That
movie's so depressing.
Okay. I lied. I like her in Josie and the Pussycats.
I forgot she was in Josie and the Pussycats.
Yes, I really like Josie and the Pussycats. So this so I didn't like her. I haven't seen He Got Game.
He Got
Light
Game.
It Up.
She's good in that.
She's good. Yeah, Light It Up. Did I see this one? Don't you know? King of the Jungle? No, I haven't seen any of these. Josie and the Pussycats, that's an awesome movie. Okay. Ash Wednesday. Let me see. Oh, Pluto Nash. Oh.
I like Pluto.
Mib 2 was good.
Watch Pluto Nash back to back with Leonard Part 6.
Oh, awesome. Oh, no, Men in Black 2 is, I like Men in Black 2, and I like Alexander. I forgot she was in Alexander.
Yeah.
And she was, not they saved money on her wardrobe in Alexander. So if you like Rosario Dawson, I highly recommend that. Alexander. Sin City. Oh, I liked her in Sin City. Okay, so I'm a liar. Okay, here's where it all went downhill. Clerks 2.
What are you talking about?
Clerks 2 sucks.
What was all right? Speak for yourself. What was it about Clerks 2 that turned you off?
I think the whole thing. I couldn't stand any. Is that where they go and rent like a goat or something and try to do like? It's just weird. No, I don't like.
Does the horse? It's a horse, I think, right? And
it's a horse. Yeah. Gross, stupid, not funny. I hate Clerks 2.
It's Kevin Smith overdoing it. You know.
Yeah, I don't like Kevin Smith. He sucks.
Yeah.
Death Proof is great.
Okay, Death Proof is great, but not because of her, right? Like it's not her movie. Right. Wonder Woman. She's the voice. She's the voice of New 52 Wonder Woman. The worst character of all time. Percy Jackson. I don't know who she. Oh, she's Persephone. Sure. Okay, so I lied. I liked her in Alexander, The Rundown. Yeah, I guess so. She's okay. So it was all good to go until Clerks 2, and then after that, I don't like her at all anymore. So, yeah, Sin City's okay. I guess she's okay. Justice League. Oh yeah, Lego. Oh yeah, she's Batgirl.
I could see why Ahsoka would not win you back after Clerks 2.
No, and Clerks 3 I didn't even watch because that's probably unwatchable. What else? 3? Oh, the first movie. I've been watching films since I was born, and the first movie that I ever stopped. I've never stopped a movie ever. I've never. If I start a movie, I finish it. I don't care what it is. That's why I don't start Human Centipede or whatever. Like, because I'm just not gonna.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm good with it. So I will never. The only movie I've ever stopped in my life is Jay and Silent Bob reboot. That was the first movie. I was like, okay, literally anything has to be better than this. Like, and people make fun. Oh, these movies are so terrible. I think I did finish watching Rise of Skywalker. So just to let you know, I finished Rise of Skywalker and not Jay and Silent Bob. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, the real Jay and Silent Bob movie, that's a masterpiece. And then after that, Kevin Smith's entire filmography is horrendous dog shit. All of it sucks. I don't like anything. And his He-Man stuff is the worst.
Yeah, he became the character of Kevin Smith rather than a filmmaker.
Oh yeah, is she in The Descent? That is an awesome movie. Okay, so let me reconsider my position. I'm going to say I like her sometimes. Yeah. That's what you consider weird? I don't know. What did I say was weird? Human Centipede?
The horse thing. No, that's weird. I think it was
that was super weird. Well, because it's done in a realistic way. Human Centipede is nonsense, right? Like, nobody thinks that's like that would be a logistical nightmare. Okay. Anything else to say on does anyone care about Mandalorian anymore?
So does anyone have any thoughts on Jabba the Hutt's steroid son?
Yeah, okay, so let's
I didn't know it was that guy Jerry Allen White, is that his name?
Who is this guy?
He's from The Bear, you don't watch that. And he was also from I can't remember the name of the show that was imported from the UK that he was in. What was that show called? With
like The Office? Like, what are you talking about?
Was he in Shameless?
Shameless. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
With oh gosh,
William H. Macy,
the guy from Boogie Nights.
He was in The Claw.
The Claw. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I didn't watch that either.
So okay, I mean, who cares? He's just a voice, so that doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. But isn't his?
But that trailer looks like.
I was gonna say the
one of those
Clone Wars movie
of
they released in 2008 is the same thing. No, they rescue Jabba the Hutt's son. It's the same thing. Here he's a bit more teenagery, but it's the same.
Oh yeah,
he's like a gladiator essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
Or a pit fighter or something. Yes, he is playing Springsteen. He is.
Ah.
Oh, that might be good. I wonder if they're going to have Pamela Springsteen, and I wonder if they're going to mention that she's in the Sleepaway Camp movies. Probably not, but anyway. Yeah, I don't know. What do you, I mean? I like, so this is in Mandalorian and Grogu, which is the movie that's coming out, which no one cares about, and it showed a teaser. It showed a trailer that they called it a trailer, even though it was a teaser, and no one cared about that either. I have no idea. I think that they think that the TV people translate to the movie people. I don't think that they do. And Vaughn is the Star Trek guy. I'm a Star Trek guy. And this happens a lot. The movie people, who like the movies, and I watched, Ebert's reviews and all these, they review the movies and they're not watching the shows. Like they're saying, oh, these Star Trek movies are just whatever. It's like, are you watching Deep Space Nine? Are you watching Next Gen? Like, these shows are like 10 out of 10 here. Like, so I've almost done Next Gen, and except for there's only one episode where it was slightly dipped a little bit. Otherwise, every episode's 10 out of 10. There was one episode that was maybe like an 8 out of 10, and that was when Wesley Crusher went on that spiritual journey with the Traveler, and there was that native tribe or something. I'm like, we don't want to move. I would have been like, no problem, fight the Cardassians and take it easy, guys. See how good you do against them. It's like it's like the Bajorans fought them. It's like, it's like you want our protection. It's like, I know, but I'm sorry, we got to move. This is for the peace in the galaxy here. Like, I'm sorry, this sucks, but you got to move. I cannot, it's just I can't get into those. Oh, what happened here? Oh, Sean's coming back. Okay. Anyways, so that's the only one that I'd still give it an 8 out of 10 because it's still cool. But like every other episode of Next Generation is like 10 out of 10. It's like, it's all good. And Deep Space Nine is all 10 out of 10. So Claw should recognize them. Yeah, I didn't see Iron Claw. I want to see it though. I was just like, yeah. So what do you guys think? You think they're going to translate these TV people into the? Yes, I like Sub Rosa. Okay, you know what? I just watched that. It's fine. It's got Dracula from Monster Squad in it, and he's seducing all the Beverly Crusher or the Crusher women, or not the Crusher, whatever her name was prior to that. Listen, whatever. That's how it goes. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that one. It's fine. Maybe that's like a 9.5 out of 10. I don't know.
I'm going to bring up the X-Files.
Yeah.
Yes. A franchise, TV franchise, great. But when they made the movie, it lost some of what made it what it was. And so I'm not sure that they're going to be able to kind of like rekindle the fire from Mandalorian season 1 into a film. I could be wrong, but it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, he was also Zorro. You're right. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think. No, because you don't have the movie's not going to have the realization that the whole thing with Mandalorian was that first episode. It starts out like a Western, which you're supposed to have a Western. You're supposed to have like some Japanese stuff, some Western stuff. You're supposed to have all that together, your East and West or whatever. But like, it started off as a Western, the saloon, he beats the guy up. And then it's like, oh, they're after this thing. It's like a bounty, right? And then you get the guy and you're like, oh shit, it's a Baby Yoda. And the thing is, he doesn't know what it is, but the audience knows what it is. So it's exciting for us to see, oh, it's like a Yoda, like a baby version of a Yoda of a thing. That's interesting. Where's this going to go? And that's not in this movie, because unless you just redo the first episode again. I don't know.
Because the Mandalorian is the man with no name, essentially.
Right. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Right. And,
it's Lone Wolf and Cub.
It's Lone Wolf and Cub, yes.
Exactly.
Was Lone Wolf and Cub.
It was Lone Wolf and Cub,
and the other thing was, like, old school Star Wars was the Akira Kurosawa movies, Westerns, John Carter Mars, Flash Gordon,
right?
Absolutely,
a few other things. And like when they got to the prequel or when they got to the sequel movie, it was just a copy of old Star Wars. It was like the only element that they had was like old Star Wars. But when they did the Mandalorian, John Favreau was like my age and was clearly around when Lone Wolf and Cub became like a thing, like in the geekosphere. So he only added like one new thing to it, and that was Lone Wolf and Cub, and that was enough to make everybody go like, "Holy shit, this is the best Star Wars since the original trilogy." And they did it okay. They did it great for one season. They did it okay on the second season, And that third season is like Jon Favreau giving a big old finger to Lucasfilm and everyone in sight. And I can't, if you, that was so aggressively, that third season was so aggressively bad. I can't believe that they're going to be able to pull a decent feature film out of that.
I haven't seen season 3 yet. I will watch it because I like the first 2, but yeah, you know what they were missing?
Yeah,
they didn't go full,
don't like.
they didn't go full Lone Wolf and Cub. This is the problem. So after that first episode, I immediately realized like this will be Lone Wolf and Cub. I got it. Okay. Which I thought was great because that's my favorite manga. But they didn't go full on because in Lone Wolf and Cub assists where he can in a more serious way, not in a cutesy girly way. And this is where it got messed up because like you should have made this Yoda. He's cute, but he can really be a formidable opponent if he can use the Force and stuff like that, right? And they didn't go that way. They made it, as some people in the chat have been saying, they made it more like he's a babysitter. Whereas in Lone Wolf and Cub, like Ogami, like Itu or whatever, is not Daigoro's babysitter. They're almost their partnership in a way. It's a partnership. It's like Daigoro goes off and does little adventures on his own and doesn't need Lone Wolf. And he helps his father at some point. I mean, it's only 28 volumes. That's a lot. And there's parts where he goes off and does little mini adventures and comes back. So Daigoro doesn't need, I mean, he needs the dad, I guess, in a sense, but it's not like that. Like they try to kidnap him at points and he's Lone Wolf's like, all right, you kidnapped him. So what? I'm still going to take you down. Oh, you got your son. Okay. He just doesn't care. It's like, all right, you got him. Well, go do what you got to do. He's on his own journey, just like I'm on my own journey. Right. Anyways. Sorry, Ross.
The 28 volumes of Lone Wolf and Cub, most of them are just like one and done side stories. And then the overarching theme is Daigoro going to go on the road to hell, as they call it in the comics?
Right.
Like, is he going to follow him down?
The Feudo or whatever it's called.
And they pretty much solved it. Like in Mandalorian, they solved it in season 2 when he hands Baby Yoda over to Luke Skywalker, and that should have been the end of it, but it was like, oh no, we got to sell more toys. And that's part of why season 3, I think Jon Favreau's like giving a finger, because there was literally one where they were having Baby Yoda do these tests, and like they would say, have him do this, and so Baby Yoda there'd be this shot of Baby Yoda looking up cute at Mandalorian, and Mandalorian would look down at him and go like, go ahead and do it. And then they'd have to cut back to Baby Yoda doing this thing, and it looked like a beanbag that they put a Baby Yoda head on and had a little like seesaw that they flipped them over doing a Force thing. And they did that more than once. Like that whole training thing took like 10 minutes. It was like 3 different times of like Baby Yoda looking up real slow and cute, and then the Mandalorian shakes his head, yep, do it. So there's a whole bunch of stuff like that in there. That's the season they brought Jack Black in and Lizzo. And
oh dear God.
Yeah, it turned into Love Boat, essentially. It was guest stars all over the place.
Yeah. You're waiting for Dick Gautier and to show up.
What do you guys think about, so Doctor Strange is asking what do you think about Ripley being in she doesn't have the loader or anything. Come on.
Yeah,
he should have never taken his helmet off.
Agreed.
Any thoughts on Sigourney? We'll talk about that. So my father, a samurai, became a demon. He became an assassin. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're quoting from the movies or whatever. But I mean, she's in it. It's like, okay, I guess. I mean, she was in Defenders. It's like, okay, I guess. I don't know. Like,
oh, who's Sigourney? Oh, she's in that movie. Yeah, she's in the trailer. No. So
she's in the trailer, which is like a fake trailer.
Yeah. Like you titled this the state of fandom, and I was gonna say the state of fandom is old. That's my problem with it, in that it caters to us, and like I'm 2 years out from prostate exam age. And it's like, J-Man, you had a heart attack. It's like, it's like there's nothing. I don't know what happened with our generation, like Gen X, or so to speak. I mean, we're J-Man, you and I are later Gen X, but like I think marketing and design were at an apex, and so everything from that time resonates with us. And when I look at generations after in the 90s, 2000s, last decade, there's nothing that what's the nostalgia bait for them? Nothing. It's like, where's the Bionicle love? No one cares.
Right.
Where's the Monster High love? Where's the, like, there are big franchises that came with Skylanders, and those generations were able to leave those, and we weren't. I love all this stuff. I'm not saying that we're childish or something. It's just something happened there. And now it's like there's new Star Trek and it sucks. New Star Wars and it sucks. There's not. Where's the new Bionicle? Where's the new? Like, I know there's Minecraft and all that, but like not as much. They're not mining as much for them.
Sean, is it because we saw so much change? Like when you think of late 70s, mid 80s to the late.
So am I still 90s. Stalling out whatever?
No, you're good. We can hear you.
Connection we've got.
We
can hear you now.
Yeah, but it's like we saw so much change, right? It's almost like let's say we were at the Big Bang of it all, right?
Right.
We are still grasping for that Big Bang, whereas change is what drives the generations that came after us. Where it's like, oh, saw that last week, we're good, and what's next?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Everything is new and wondrous to us back then, I think.
And we were but we also raised on it because like we listened to old music that our parents listened to. These kids don't have to listen to our music because it's like sampled into their new music, right?
Right. Yeah.
So the nostalgia, they don't even know what their nostalgia is.
Right.
I
That's
watched
true.
those YouTube videos where it's like some Gen Xer with their kid.
Those are great vids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
with their kids, and it's like they've never heard Meatloaf.
Yeah, I watch those ones where it's like Gen Z or whatever it is reacts to whatever movie. And it's like 12 Angry Men or 2001 or something. It's like these older movies, and then you got Conan and whatever, and they're like blown away at how great they are. It's like, yeah, because people took it seriously. Now it's just get a movie out there quickly, get it out there, and then move on. And no, it's not special to anybody. It's not a special event. Movies come and go within a month. And it's like they're on streaming, and it's like, okay, I watch and they move on. They binge it. Like we said this before with Star Trek, like, or any show. You watch it, and that was it for the week. So there's one Next Gen episode, whenever it was on, it aired. Then that whole week, you talked about it with your buddies. You're like, oh shit, that was awesome. And then you got pumped for, next week, what's going to happen? Now you just binge it all. You're like, yeah, I like Star Trek. And then you move on. You're like, but it doesn't stay with you. Like people watching Star Trek now, I had people like they think that this new Star Trek is real Star Trek. They're like, there's some pretty good stuff. It's like, it's god awful garbage. It's embarrassingly awful. Like to the point where I can't even stand it for 1 minute. I'll see a clip on YouTube and of a guy making fun of it. I'm like, I can't even watch the clip of him making fun of it because it's so disgustingly awful. This is for all the shows across the board, but nobody's growing up with it. You watch Next Generations for 7 seasons, you're growing up. Tom Baker, Doctor Who, 4th Doctor. People literally grew out of Doctor Who watching Tom Baker. He did 8 years. So if you started when you're 10, you're 18. You've got your entire from 10 to 18. You're like, that's what Doctor Who is. That long ass scarf. And every week you're watching Doctor Who. And you're like, this is what Doctor Who's. Now you watch it, it's on Tubi, and it comprises the whole. So it was like, let's say 6-part episode, they're in 6 parts or something. It's crushed into, 100 minutes. You watch and you watch next week. You're like, well, I like Tom Baker. I thought he was pretty good. I'd probably say he's like, second best to like Jodie Whittaker. He's pretty good. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're insane, right? And you have these people ranking things, and you're like, I think Tom Baker's pretty good. Yeah, he's probably like the 3rd or 4th best. It's like, are you actually insane? Like, what are you talking about? Unless you're going to say the first guy, William Hartnell's the best, then Tom Baker's the best. Whether he's not my favorite. I like John Pertwee, but Tom Baker's number 2, but he's the best. Same with Star Wars. You watch one movie, It was special. You went to go see it 20 times in the theater. Then you came home and you bought whatever toys you can. And then you played with the toys. And your friend, Sean, had the Falcon. I had Slave One. We could reenact it, right? Because Sean's like, oh man, I didn't get Slave One. I got Slave One. Oh, you want to come over to Jay's? Come over to J-Man's place. I got Boba Fett Slave One.
But that's a bygone era when you had to recreate things. I mean, nowadays you could have the movies on your phone, which I do.
Exactly.
So,
and that's how they're watching it.
Like
so it's gone. It's not special.
Yeah, all of those old media things are gone. Viewmaster, all the things where you could take the action home is gone, right? So, because you have the action right on this thing, man.
Yeah. When those movies were gone, they were gone, and that's why you collected shit. Was because it was like the movie poster was probably like the only little nugget of that whatever you were going to have, or the soundtrack.
And that's probably part of it. That like we come from that age where you collected things to keep that experience.
Yeah,
that doesn't exist anymore. You have the experience on your phone or whatever.
Yeah, well, not just that. I mean, even at home, you have like watching stuff at home on a 4K screen is way better than going to those little bunker cinemas at the mall back in the 80s. Or like if you wanted to have it at home, you'd have like a VHS tape of it, and that still wasn't as good as if I had owned the VHS tape to any of the Mad Max movies and had the choice of like, well, I've already got it, I'll just watch it at home, or paying again to go see it in a movie theater, I'd pay again to go see it in a movie theater.
Right.
So, but the thing is, that part of the problem is that like right now, we've got a boomer problem. Like we've got these like geriatric actors who are like in their 70s and or 80s who are still trying to make action films exactly the way they made them back in the day.
Yeah.
John Wayne made a movie, like one of his last movies was called Rooster Cogburn. There you go. The perfect example.
This was terrible, unfortunately, and I love Cynthia Rothrock.
I know, and I love her,
terrible.
and I felt so bad not liking that movie, you know? And
I hated it.
Harder too, so I mean,
Don the Dragon Wilson, Richard Norton, his last performance, geez. I don't know, it's one of his last. I think it's his last.
Yeah, it's his last.
And these people are all like 50 something, 60, and it's like nobody lived that long in the Old West. Like everyone in this movie is an old. Like
I wish they were only 50 something. She's like 60,
they're 60s.
Most of them are in their 70s, and they look it and they move like it, and it's painful to watch. The other one I saw, I watched The Last Kumite too, for the first.
I watched Last Kumite as well.
Yeah, since the last time I saw you. And that's another one. It's like I was rooting for everybody in this movie, but it was like painful to watch. It was painful. Like the fighters can't fight. That plastic surgery she's had over the years, that Botox has not settled well. Yeah. And it's a shame because she looked fine on Instagram for a long time. The filters did her justice.
Right.
And I shouldn't judge a woman by her looks, blah, 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 blah. But the movie wants you to think like, oh, you know, she's still attractive. You know, it's an issue in the movie. But The Last Kumite is like a take.
Hey, Fatal J, how's it going, man? This is The Last Kumite, the movie, with Viking Samurai is in it. So I liked Last Kumite.
His receding hairline.
Yeah, I liked Last Kumite because at least the guys fighting in it were like better age, but the story was super dumb.
Yes.
The story was so dumb as to the reason why they're fighting. But yeah, to bring it back to the state of fandom, this is where we're at. We're the only guys who clinged to what we loved and wanted. The other problem is we wanted it to grow up with us. So some of these people see Sean unironically watches these old cartoons and it's like, oh yeah, these are neat. So do I. We are going to get back to Brave Star. We're going to do Brave Star. We're going to get there. It's just that a lot of stuff happened for me. I just want to get. I've got many appointments, and so I'm like. I just want to get through all this, then we'll go back to Brave Star. Yeah. But we watched all of the Transformers, and I'm not saying this to be funny. Like I loved watching those Transformers.
Yeah,
they were awesome. Like the old cartoon. I legitimately think the cartoon animated movie is amazing. I loved all those Japanese cartoons for sure. That whole thing was awesome. Transformers is like so high for me. Brave Star, as the three of us, top three here, were shocked at how crazy that show was and how many awesome things there were going on. So, but we're the only ones who've kept this, and some people like the preservation of what it was and enjoy it for what it is, and some people want it to grow up. This is where we get to Superman. I want Superman to behave in a badass, cool way, the way I feel that I am now. But that's not the Superman you grew up with. The best example was, I was going to bring this out today, but I literally forgot. The Batman with Matt Reeves, The Batman. I have his, so I don't like that movie. However, I bought all the toys, soundtrack. I have it on 4K, and I've watched it 3 times. And I bought the making of the art book making of The Batman. Very first page, Matt Reeves, like, hey, I loved Batman as a kid. I watched the cartoons in '66 Batman. It's like, right. So now you've made a movie that's unwatchable to anyone, in my opinion, but anyone under the age of like 18, because so your Batman stops with you. Batman is my niece and
if you
nephew.
make them too adult, what's the point? Like, it's like, kids need to get into it.
Kids need to get into it. And there's no backup.
There's also a technology problem with that, a lot of that stuff too, because like we saw. Okay, so I'm older than you guys. Are you guys like older millennials or younger Gen Xers?
I'm 48.
I'm 48. We're late 70s. We're born.
So Steve is 54. Here, we'll do. There's the age. No, wait.
Like G.I. Joe and Transformers came out.
I'm the oldest one here.
Right.
Wait, I'm younger than Sean. I think I am younger than Sean.
Yeah, you're August. I'm June. So.
Okay, there you go. That's the age order in order of age.
I'm the oldest Steve here, so and the oldest in general. So next year I'm looking down this year I'm looking down the barrel at 60. So
wow.
Yeah, I know, it's freaking old. So when I talk about the old boomers, I'm tickling the bottoms of their balls pretty much on that one. I'm okay. So when I saw all of this stuff get more mature in real time, like Batman, I went from 60s Batman, 66 Batman to Neil Adams Batman comics to Dark Knight Returns, buying issue by issue in the comic store every month as they were coming out. Same thing with Watchmen. Same thing. Every signpost you can point to for like the evolution of this kind of nerd culture. I was like the perfect age, and there at the comic store or at Comic-Con to see it. So Batman, take the Dark Knight Returns for example. Like, would all of you agree that that's pretty much peak Batman?
I mean, I really like Frank Miller, and I really like Dark Knight Returns, and I like Dark Knight Strikes Again, which everyone hates, but that's fine. They can be wrong.
Okay, let's go with the one we can all agree on.
Dark Knight, I think everyone likes this.
And Batman.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's peak though, in my opinion. But
what would be peak Batman?
It's a great Batman story. It's not my favorite.
Right.
Because I like Superman.
But that's the one. Like, that's the one that made them go like, oh shit, maybe we shouldn't have Bill Murray and Eddie Murphy play Batman in a 1966 inspired movie. Let's look at Dark Knight Returns. You know, that was the one. That was like the oh shit comment. Whether it still holds up or whether it was even good at the time, that was the oh shit one that changed a lot of minds about how they thought about Batman. And you know, and now, well, I don't want to get into it because this isn't political, but so from like the birth of Batman in the when did Detective 27 come out? 30s or 40s?
I think it was like 37 or something.
Okay, so like
wait, what are you talking about? I'm sorry. Detective Comics without Batman?
No, Detective 27. What year did that come out?
Oh, it's after Superman. It's probably 1940 or something.
Okay, so let's say very, very late 30s, very early 40s. So and that came out in the mid 80s. So that's like 40.
Okay, sorry. So 39.
Okay, so that's like
so right after about like just less than a year of Superman.
okay, so we're looking at about 45 years between the birth of the character to Dark Knight Returns. So again, like with all of these franchise, we are now like past that. It's like
Mhm.
if that was if Dark Knight Returns is like the midpoint, we're past that. And when Dark Knight Returns came out, technology was still at a point where like a guy could put on a costume, a mask, just a basic, acrobat's leotard and a
Mm.
cowl and a cape and with some, analog technology at the time, go out and fight crime. It was almost believable then. But now with like digital cameras everywhere and you could just, oh, we got a recording of his voice, let's run it through the thing. Oh, now we know the pattern, it's Bruce Wayne, we can tell that
Right.
it's him. The media, like it would like that concept would last 10 minutes but they still expect you to believe that like you did 45 years ago. It's like if you take anything from now and go back to like when it was peak whatever in the 80s, it's like what would that have looked like in the 30s and 40s? And if you were a kid in the 80s, would you have liked that 30s or 40s version of it? So and
Yeah, this is we're trying to grow it up with. So it's like you would have to change Batman into like a tech. He'd have to look like that. He'd have to look like. Have you seen the Immortal Batman? Immortal Legend Batman. Have you seen this, Ross? Where he's like, it's basically like a mech suit.
Oh, see, well, you might as well be like a VR Trooper then. I mean,
yeah. So this would be the realistic version of you like being okay. Well, not realistic, but like okay, you can't figure out who this is. This would be what the tech would be. This is like he's the high tech version from our time, right? Like right now versus the high tech version of that time. Like Doc Savage having all of this cool stuff was high tech because then the technology surpassed. This is why James Bond needs to be a period hero because if you make him a hero now, his car has to turn invisible, right? Because
and the problem,
Ross, I want to answer your question because Batman 66. Well, that's kind of what we call it now. I was watching that as a child between 20 and 30 years after that show went off the air.
Right.
So it was still hot. It was still hot in the 90s, even after the movies came out and stuff. And the George Reeves Superman, they ran a marathon of that here locally on City TV in 87 when Part 4 came out.
Right.
And I enjoyed it. And that thing's from the 50s. So I think there would still be an audience. I remember the 60s Batman was still hot when I was in junior high. Kids are like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Like they end on the cliffhangers. And like, we're all 13 and stuff like, oh my God, how's he going to get out of that gurney and all that stuff, right? So I don't know. There's still an appeal to older stuff like that.
Well, but you're talking about our generation again. And part of it was like I was exactly in the same boat you were at that time because there was so little of all this stuff. There was like maybe one thing a year. So it's kind of like, well, I've seen Star Wars and then like summer comes or a few months later, it's like, oh, Battle Beyond the Stars comes out. I've seen that. Now what do I watch? And it's like, oh, months later, Battlestar Galactica is on TV. And it's all those are like the one thing at that time that's new and you savor it till the next thing comes along. But kids like if you're a kid in the anime, there is so much of it that you can. I don't even know how they have time to watch one episode like a series more than once to memorize all the lore and everything. I just watched Jujutsu Kaisen today, like one of the movies, and I was like, I don't know who any of these characters are, and they're just fighting and shit. And it was awesome. The animation was awesome. The character designs were awesome. The fighting was awesome. But there was nothing. It was like the evolution of everything old from the 90s. The fights were awesome, but it looked like a video game animated. And all the characters and all the tropes and all the way they tell stories, it was the exact same way they did it in the 90s, but with much better animation and slicker and a little more sophisticated. But to a kid who's 12 and seen this for the first time, and that's the first time they're seeing it, that's going to be their thing. That's going to be the thing that they go like, oh, yeah, wow, whatever. But, and the other thing too was like, if you liked something, you tended to follow back then. You tended to follow it down the rabbit hole. So like,
Right.
you liked Star Wars, and then George Lucas said, "Well, I got it from Flash Gordon and
Right.
John Carter books." Then it's like, okay, I'm going to the library and finding all the Flash Gordon books, and I'm going to go to the used bookstore and get all the John Carter paperbacks, and that'll.
Yeah, that was me and Dick Tracy. It's like, I'm reading 30s and 40s news.
And it's like, oh, there's a serial of Dick Tracy in black and white.
Yeah. And you discover the movies and the serials. Yeah,
and you just go down the rabbit hole that way. It's like
would someone today do that?
No,
so much
they don't have to, because
like,
it's like you could just sit there on Netflix, and there's so much anime just on Netflix, and then Amazon and Crunchyroll, and that doesn't even count the stuff that they could pirate with no effort whatsoever. I mean, they don't. If you're into anime, you never have to leave that anime bubble.
There are no gaps.
I could wake up in the morning. Eat my Star Wars cereal, have Star Wars music playing in the background, and then just devote my entire 24-hour day to Star Wars and still not consume all of the Star Wars that's available.
Someone tried to
in that 24-hour block.
Yeah, somebody tried to. I think it was Michael from Retro Blasting tried to calculate if someone today, right now, got into Star Wars and watched, and you can't watch 24/7 because of assuming you have a job or you do something. Could you actually consume all Star Wars things? You couldn't do it. Like, you'd be spending the next whatever decades trying to, just watch all the shows and read the books. It's like, it's just impossible.
Yeah,
so,
and that's true of every single franchise, every single one of the major franchises. And then on top of that, we've got, as we were saying before, these elderly people who are still trying to make these movies, like 85-year-old Harrison Ford making an Indiana Jones movie and trying to bring James Bond back. You were absolutely right, J-Man. They need to pick a point of peak whatever, and then that's the period it's in. But then they can't spend $200 million on it, because period pieces don't sell is like the
right.
That's like
this was
go on.
No, I was going to say this is the whole thing of all of this, is that these companies need to realize their target audience. The target audience is the most important factor nowadays, because you're not getting new audience, because new audience has too many things available for them to see your movie or watch your show or read your comic. You're only left with the Wednesday Warriors for comics. We know who they are. They go every Wednesday. Those are the only guys you have.
Yeah.
So you have to mega focus. Like Sean and I saw Deathstalker. That Deathstalker movie is not going to apply to most of there's 17 people watching right now. And I'm going to say that 12 of them are not going to care about Deathstalker, don't even know what it is or whatever.
Yeah,
well, a lot of the people in the cinema, twice. The people in the people in the cinema for Deathstalker, 75% of them didn't know what Deathstalker was.
Yeah.
Out of the 25% that were left, 10% of those are the people that made the movie.
Yeah.
Out of the 15% that were there, about half of them had heard of Deathstalker or maybe seen part 1.
Yeah.
That's it. You could they literally, and I'm not making these numbers up out of my ass. Sean sat next to me. They said they asked.
We were 3 hours early and talked to everybody.
We talked to everybody, but they asked. Hold on, they asked. She said, the lady said, "How many of you have seen the original Deathstalker movie?" I looked around. The entire theater was full. There's 7 of us, and 3 of us were us. Right?
But you guys, in a room full of Deathstalker fans, you and I are probably the only ones who've seen Deathstalker 3.
Yes, I know, and I own and I brought out the VHS tapes to prove it. But
right,
but hold on. But he did say he did say it. So I'm unfortunate. We'll play it for 1 second, then we'll go back. We'll play it.
I'll have my revenge, and Deathstalker 2.
She looks at the camera.
When I heard you were going to go see that movie, I spent I don't know how long thinking like, how am I going to put that in the comments? How am I going to work that in?
Your comment was the best. Yeah, it's like you saw the Q&A and Deathstalker 2. Oh, I was like, that's so good. That was perfect. Okay. Yeah, Tron is a dead franchise. Let's talk about Tron. This is a good one. Hold on. Tron Ares.
Once again, I wouldn't greenlight this. I love Tron, but Tron has never had an audience. I don't know. Trying desperately to make it Star Wars. It's never been that. No. It wasn't that part one. Wasn't that part two. They made a TV series. No one cared.
Right.
Why would you make a big budget part 3?
Right. So Sean. Okay. So hold on, Sean. Wait. That was my point. So my point was that because you're so target narrow focused, this Deathstalker movie was crowdfunded and got some. So the budget wasn't that big, and for that budget, they worked really, really hard and made an awesome Deathstalker. It's an awesome Deathstalker movie. Now that's not going to appeal to everybody, but they're not going to lose money, and they're going to have it will sell. The Slash did the song. The song is very good. I have it on the phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The song is very good. It has that, it has, and even has that beginning like, so it has that, and it's going to come out on Blu-ray, and we're going to buy it, right? Some of it, right? So, but it didn't spend a lot. These people think, oh yeah, Tron, that's an IP. It's like if the people at Disney said they didn't even bother to Google it. Like they could have just went to Google and like, Tron Legacy. Oh shit, that didn't make that much.
Yeah.
Oh, Tron Part 1. No one understood and thought it was weird. Oh, maybe we shouldn't do Tron Ares. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm going to buy this on 4K and slip it right in the third slot, right next to the other Tron movies, and I'll watch it and be like, that was kind of neat, and then that'll be it, and then I'll be like, I've got my Tron collection. Yeah, that's all.
It's disturbing because they're marketing so much to us, to this aging audience, and I don't it's like when that Minecraft movie came out, I knew it was going to be a hit. I'm not stupid. And it's like my next door neighbor, his kid, he's like a teenager now. He was all about Minecraft when he was a kid. Like I know Minecraft is big, but they were like, oh, we're so surprised that it made so much money. Are you idiots? You've concentrated so much on Tron and G.I. Joe and stuff. You don't know that there's also been other generations that have their own thing, and like go bug them. It's like go make the Monster High movie or whatever.
Well, and the nice thing is that you don't have to worry about the stars being like in their 70s or 80s. It's like you waited too long 3 times. It's like
Tron's not in it.
Well, yeah. Well,
Tron's not even in it. I don't think they even know what Tron is. Tron's a guy. That character's not in the movie.
No, that character's not in the movie, but you do get Bridges for like 3.
Yeah, so seconds. Flynn, but it's called Tron. Shouldn't he be there? 1 second, Joe Dog. I don't like Wicked because I don't like the musical. I don't like the story, but this movie cost 150 million and made 750 million. Yeah. So unfortunately, I think people are going to be excited for Wicked Part 2.
Yeah.
It made 750 million. It made more than that garbage Superman movie. Right. And Fantastic Four.
Wicked is made for Ariana Grande fans and theater kids.
Yeah.
So that is like not even us. And if you don't have kids of your own who are like, it's like doubly not for us. So, but like with Tron, the first one wasn't a hit, and then they waited like a decade plus to make the sequel, and then they waited another decade plus to make the other sequel. So it's like you can't even have like the original actors because Bruce Boxleitner looks really old, and so does Jeff. Like you could de-age them.
He's not in the movie.
Yeah, he's not in the movie anyways.
If it had been a true sequel, I think they just like said, oh, the one thing that said about Tron a lot is like people at that time didn't know what a bit was. They didn't know what a user was. Like there was all the
program, and it's like I'm like a financial assistance program. Like, okay, what is going on? Like,
could not. I want to say at this point, you should just make one of the mini series as a movie, a live action movie. Unironically, just have all the characters that just show up. Like I'm Shipwreck and all that stuff, and just do that.
They can't save it. Listen. here's the other thing: the stuff that we liked as kids was too advanced because it was cartoons. To make it come to life perfectly, you need these huge budgets. And the thing is that it's not going to make that. This He-Man movie is not going to do well.
I'm stunned. This He-Man movie, you want to know how much it's going to make in its opening weekend? Look at the Tron returns from this opening weekend. That's exactly what it's going to make.
Yeah, Tron
I
lost
know
80
that.
million.
Listen, I love He-Man. I want to see a big He-Man movie, but I wouldn't greenlight this. Like, I'm not dumb. I don't know. And this He-Man thing is like that spat of movies from the 40s that they made in the 90s, like Phantom, Shadow,
exactly right.
Dick Tracy. It's like this is like, who is this for? You're making this in 2025. The franchise's peak was the 1985. What's happening?
And look, they made these toys.
They
made these toys. Dominic, hey Dominic. So he's mentioning this. This is the HasLab thing. It costs about $260 US. With shipping, it would be $300 US, which means it would be about what? $550 for us to get this. So $550 for 3 3/4 inch Tron toys when I bought the entire vintage set for like $80. I've got the original ones. They're right there. They're behind the picture. Yeah. And it's like, who's going to buy this?
Yeah. It's totally
that's 250. What, they can't handle money.
See, what they need to do is go with the Deathstalker model and find instead of going like the coolest stuff from back then. There was one of the other thing that said a lot about movies from that Tron era, specifically Labyrinth, Dark Crystal. Princess Bride. Those movies were flops too, but there's this like whole cottage industry now of stuff that's like it looks like it's for kids. I sell kids books for a living. There's like kids books based on these old franchises that maybe the parents are showing to their kids on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, but it's for the parents. It's for the millennial parents. And they think that like, oh, there's a lot of interest in this now that there wasn't back then because it's a bigger generation and they're like really into it. Yeah, I mean, I like the Dark Crystal when it first came out.
It's a storybook, but yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw this, I was like, who is this for? I guess it's for me?
No, there's little golden books for children for like 3 to 5 years.
Sposters and stuff, yeah.
Ghostbusters, exactly right.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you go like, yeah, like who's this for and all that, and they're spending. They think that there's this gigantic cottage industry for any old '80s franchise, but if they're serious about making the movies, they should go back and look at the movies that were poorly made back in the day, and then figure out like, could we remake this and with low budget technology somehow make it better? Like if you were to remake the American Ninja movies, but get like a real kick-ass martial artist to play both characters.
Yeah, Scott Adkins or something, or that Marco Thor.
The secret sauce is
well, they would be English Ninja, but it would be like
yes. Well, he can lose the accent.
Yeah, but like Scott Adkins and Michael Jai White or something cool like that. But and I would watch the shit out of that.
You need a filmmaker that cares. Like this Deathstalker thing is made by a fan. And there aren't very many of those for this kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's going to get a lot of love in the fanosphere. Like Red Sonja just came and went. Like that was like,
because it sucked. We went through all that. Yeah.
Red Sonja goes somewhere between it sucked and well, for a movie made for the leftover budget of 2 huge budget movies, it was okay.
Right. All right, let's talk about this horrendous Wonder Man teaser and trailer.
That's the state of fandom right there.
I don't even know what to make of this, to be honest with you.
I don't know if it's going to troll the fans
but like, at what point does going so meta backfire? Because that last episode of She-Hulk didn't go well. And unless you're going to do it like the show, whatever the one that, Pineapple Express, what's his name? Seth Rogen was doing, which basically is an inside look on how to do it's a lot of inside baseball, right? and
Oh,
working,
yeah.
right? Unless you're
The
going to
one
do it
where he
like
runs the
that.
studio. That's awesome.
Yeah, the studio. That's it. Not the show. The studio.
Yeah.
That's it.
Studio,
So unless
yeah.
you're going to do it like that, where like it appeals to everybody, but it's also got a ton of inside jokes, it's not going to work, because you might want to know how the inside of being an Avenger works, but not working on a movie set trying to be a hero. Like, how's he going to get his powers? What is it? Like, I just don't see how this is going to work.
At this point, does he get powers? I'm not even sure anymore.
Yeah, Wonder
like,
Man.
I think it. Yeah.
Yeah, Wonder Man is tattooed on my arm, so I really like Wonder Man. And just it's like he's not going to be the MCU Wonder Man anyways, because they messed up that entire story with Wonder Man. So
he's not even going to be in the Vision storyline, which is
right
integral to Vision actually being what
right.
I'm sure they don't know that.
And they didn't. It's not even. They didn't even. It's not that they didn't just. Okay, so they race swapped him, but they character swapped him. He's not even Wonder Man anyways. It's
Right.
They didn't change the race of Wonder Man. They just changed what Wonder Man is. Oh, he's this actor who wants to be in a Wonder Man movie. Like, what are you talking
Simon
about?
Williams didn't start as an actor. He was just
he's that embezzler.
I think at some point someone probably read the bio and said he's an actor. Let's make a whole thing about actors. Like, yeah, that's like one aspect of the character, and that's not even from the beginning.
Yeah, he's all pissed off at Tony Stark. We read we've covered many Wonder Man things on the channel.
Yeah, we read his origin and everything
twice, because we did a podcast on it. Then we later went and redid the origin, and we did it for the event Earth's Mightiest Mondays. And Wonder Man, he embezzled the money and all of that, and then he's like, "Oh shit!" So then that's why he went into, "Okay, I'll help you beat Tony Stark." And then
that's interesting. That's not going to be in this.
That's not going to be his. And then they infused him with all that ionic energy, Zemo and whatnot. And then he goes and fights, and then he turns good because of the goodness of the Avengers. They help him, and then he dies. And then later he comes back, and then later he's that ionic energy guy way later. But the brain patterns are used for Vision with the Human Torch's body, so that's why he kind of likes Wanda. So it's this whole convoluted thing, which is comics, so it's kind of cool because it's part of the whole thing. And then he becomes like this sort of stuntman actor guy who does all of these things. That's sort of in his solo series, which I was collecting. I got the whole thing of that, and like they're just going with that. But they're not even saying that he has powers. The trick of it is that Wonder Man actually has powers, so he can make these movies, and it can look really good because he really does have powers.
Yeah.
So that's the point. But that's not this movie. The first trailer, the first teaser was Wonder Man as an old kind of cheesy sci-fi looking hero, and I actually thought that looked awesome. I was like, they should just make this. They should just make this show.
But they're making fun of it though.
They're making fun of it, and I was like, they should have just made that show.
Yeah, just
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know much about the Wonder Man comics, but I think this inside baseball of the making of a TV series was already covered by Ricky Gervais with that.
Yeah.
So like I can't even imagine what jokes that they would bring that they're new. Like we've all seen a movie or something about the making of a not great movie or TV show with the crazy eccentric director who's a mad genius and blah 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 blah. Also, it's one of two things. Well, it's one of three things. If this is 100% all this show is, like the making of this TV show, and it's already been covered by Ricky Gervais, that's lame. If they midway through, it's like suddenly it becomes a legitimate superhero show because he legitimately gets some superpowers, and like the last 4 episodes of him like doing superhero shit, they're insane for promoting it like this. They're slitting their own throats because like we've already decided I'm not going to watch a ripoff of a Ricky Gervais show, and you're going to have to like unconvince everybody that no, we actually have a Marvel show. But because this is also from the same studio that brought you She-Hulk, and take all the feminism off the table, take all the things that the other YouTubers have said about it off the table, She-Hulk just should have been Ally McBeal, LA Law,
Totally
superhero shit.
Right, that's what we thought it was going
to be. That's what I wanted.
It had to be. It didn't even. And if they're too lazy to read John Byrne's run on the series, just go Ally McBeal, LA Law. You can watch those. You watch them, binge them on Hulu or Netflix or whatever, and all the other MCU movies, which you should have seen because you're working for them now, and just put all that together and make She-Hulk, and people would have been fine with it if that's all it had ever been. Was
John Byrne only, I mean, he came back to the series a bit later for some issues, but he only did like 8 or something like that. I read that I own all the ones on digital. I have Sensational She-Hulk #1, but like he only did like about 8, so you could clearly easily read those 8 very quickly. And Sean,
they can.
I'll tell you what, I thought the Dan Slott run had like all the ideas you need for a good TV show like that.
Right.
Well, like
no, they didn't do anything. They inserted their stupidity, and they're sitting there in a bar, and then the guy comes up to them and he's like, "Oh, can I get your number?" "Oh, what are you?" "Well, because you're in a bar." Like, if you're trying to do serious law work, you would go to the library or stay in your office or go somewhere where serious work can be done. You wouldn't go to a bar
and get takeout like every other lawyer.
and get right, just like in Tom Cruise got takeout and ordered the pens and everything. Remember all that in A Few Good Men? It's like he's like, I need 10 black pens and 10 blue pens because he had different things. It's like everybody knows this. It's like Matlock, he eats shit. He eats those big hot dogs. Like he'd go and get hot dogs, right? That was
there were things on the She-Hulk TV show like the law part. The only thing I know from law is like whatever I watched on legal TV shows, and they're still like getting things wrong. I'm like, I saw in the LA law they're supposed to like share the information and
it's such a it's fake.
It's like, suddenly they discover in the courtroom that he didn't use gas in the rocket pack or whatever, and it's like,
right,
what the hell? So,
but even the She-Hulk mini, the graphic novel that came out where she, kept the form of She-Hulk and then switched back with between her and Jen Walters was great as well too. So they, I'm not quite sure what the decision making was behind this, but it's a great character. Basically, was doing Deadpool stuff before Deadpool, and just have some fun with it.
Well, the Dan Slott run came out around the same time as Ally McBeal and those legal shows were kind of winding down. So he really leaned into the sitcom aspect of working in a law firm that's for superheroes and all that kind of thing. So, so the template was there. But even if you don't want to read a comic book for reference, if all you ever did was watch other TV shows and MCU movies, you still could have come up with something better than this, which was just like you and your friends inserting garbage into it and being much more interested in writing that drunk party girl character than She-Hulk. So, I mean, if you just made a drunk party girl show instead of She-Hulk and pretended you didn't care, it'd be fine.
The other thing is that you shouldn't start your show off with with She-Hulk making fun of Hulk, because Hulk is the established known character.
Right.
Like, remember in wrestling when a new wrestler would come in and you don't know this guy's origin, and then if he came in and said Hulk Hogan was trash and hit him with a chair, you knew, oh, this guy is a villain and I should boo him. If Hulk Hogan was getting beat up and the new hot wrestler comes running in to save Hulk Hogan, then you're like, oh, this guy's going to be a good guy.
Yeah.
So the thing is that your established guys are there. If your established guys are being made fun of by someone, then that character is going to be irritating. I don't care what the situation is. This goes for any property. You're watching Next Generation. Oh, here's a new ensign, and that ensign's talking shit to Picard. You're like, F this person.
Of course.
But
that's it.
The problem is, at this point, Hulk is already Mark Ruffalo, Dr. Hulk. So it's not the Hulk that's like a badass,
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because she's making fun of an established guy.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I had it tougher than you because I'm a woman, even though your father abused you and murdered your mother.
Right.
Like in that timeline. But just because I'm a woman, I had a tougher time. Actually, you didn't have a tough time at all. So that's a lie.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, even taking that,
you took law school.
Right. Even taking the feminism and the politics off the table, the issues with that. The thing is, the other thing too is that I forgot. Shit.
It doesn't matter. It sucked anyways. Like, every aspect of this show sucked. There's no fighting in it. She doesn't fight anyone. The law stuff was wrong or stupid or fake. Like, they trolled the fans in real life. Like, there's absolutely no. She-Hulk is actually a very good thing for a time capsule because it's actually an experiment in how to do every single aspect wrong. Your interaction with fans was wrong. The way you edited this thing was wrong. All the characterizations were off and terrible. The actual courtroom stuff was actually factually incorrect or boring or stupid. It's like She-Hulk is a completely unlikable person in every way, shape, or form from the very first episode till the very end of the whole thing. It's like she didn't treat fans poorly. I didn't get a message, saying, hey, thanks for watching She-Hulk, like I did for that Riverbend. Rob Liefeld thanks every time anyone does anything, he thanks them, right?
Yeah.
We didn't get.
I remember the point. So the John Byrne run. The John Byrne run was a dumping ground for all the crap heroes and villains that Marvel would do like every month. Like if you have to come out with a comic book every month, odds are you're going to have some pretty bad villains over the course of time. So you put them in there and ha ha ha, look at this hero, look at this villain, they're trash. And to comic fans, that was hilarious. It was so meta. It was like Marvel admitting a few of the things that they did weren't awesome, So that's amazing. So you can't really do that for normies. But they did do. Yeah. They tried to do that with that one episode where they go to the
leapfrog
psychology struggle session. But nobody knew who those villains were, and they looked terrible. They looked like they went to Party City and got horrible store-bought Halloween costumes, and so the joke was just quadruply not funny. It wasn't funny to comic book fans. It wasn't funny to normies. It was confusing, and it was slow, and the jokes were old and stale. So again, like so you could toss out the John Byrne run, except and plus we've already seen Deadpool turn to the camera and talk to people, so people are going to not know that it was She-Hulk. Normies are not going to know that it was She-Hulk who did that first. But
but she could have said it as a funny thing. Like this, okay. The point of She-Hulk, the point of John Byrne's She-Hulk, and Sean and I discussed this on stream many times, is the fact that it deconstructed comics as well. Yes. So, for example, she's late to the meeting, and then she's like, "Oh, I'll just jump a panel." Oh, she's like, "Oh, phew, I made it." So So how do you translate that to a TV show? Same thing. She's like, I'm late for a meeting. Oh, wait, the set's right there. And then she walks around the set into the meeting. She's like, oh, I made it in time. It's like, oh, you made it just in time. She's like, well, I set hopped. Ha, ha, ha. Mm-hmm. And she could look at the camera. She's like, I'm talking to the camera. She's like, I know what you're saying. Deadpool did it first. Ha! And actually hold the comics up and say, this comic is this.
That's how you embrace it. Exactly.
Yeah, it could have been. I mean, that is a to me, that's kind of a minor point, but yes, that is how it could have been. That's one of many things that could have been done.
But they didn't pick anything.
No,
like everyone is saying, well, what if they picked Ally McBeal? What if they picked just General Hulk action? She fights guys. What if it was more like defending the lame heroes? What if it was more fourth wall breaking? They didn't pick anything. They just made nothing. Yeah. It was watch. Like,
I'll say this. I don't know what everyone's read on this is. I've never watched Rick and Morty. So what happened was Kevin Feige got writers from Rick and Morty. So that's what happened with She-Hulk, with Quantumania, where the hell that movie was, and all that stuff. And those were shit awful. And they're actually, they felt sort of hostile as well. And the thing is that, like, what they did to Wrecking Crew is
I totally agree. Could not be reaching for the comment. Totally agree.
And the thing is, I after that, I never want to watch that show. I'm so turned off. It's like I see clips of it, and I feel like it's just a nerddom as just a coat or window dressing. They don't really feel it. And when they went over to the MCU and wrote these crappy things, I was like, oh my god, I don't think you guys are nerds. I think you guys are assholes.
Oh, Sean has won so many prizes tonight. This is crazy. That entire spiel was bloody genius. All that is, I've never seen it either. I 100% believe that's exact. I can tell fake nerds in 1 minute. It's like, oh, we're nerds. Like, no, you're not. You're distancing yourself. You think you're being clever. It sucks.
You make fun of it.
You're making fun of it. Right. No, you're fake. You're the fake nerd who tried to come in and pretend like you were all with us. Oh, guys, are we going to play D&D? Yeah, it's going to be really fun. Nerds. It's like, right? Like, yeah, get away. I don't like Big Bang Theory either. Same reason.
Right.
It's like, it's all fake shit. It's like, oh, Raiders of the Lost Ark sucks. No, it doesn't. It's awesome. And I debunked your stupid garbage in 1 second. And if you were real nerds who were writing it, then Sheldon, as a real nerd, would have destroyed Amy, who's like one of the worst characters ever. He would have destroyed her stupid face in 1 second with Raiders of the Lost Ark. And that actually pissed me off.
Awesome.
Indiana Jones had to be on the island to pick up the Ark after it closed.
Right.
And
anyone else could come and melt
back
their
to
feet.
America where it would be safe in the warehouse.
Right.
It's that.
Yeah. What does she think's going to happen afterwards? So the H-man is going to be like, hey, where's that Ark I wanted? Oh, they're a little bit late. Contact them. Then they're like, they're not. I can't contact them. Send more guys to the island. Oh shit, it's right here. Why is there all these melted guys? That's weird. Maybe something happened, right? Yeah. Like, I don't. If Indiana Jones is not there to take it, then it's going to go right back to the hands anyways, because they're going to look. They know where it is. Belloc is not just saying, I'm taking it or whatever. It's like they're tracking him. They know where he's going. It's so stupid. Yeah. Anyways, Wrecking Crew sucks.
Make a short where Indiana Jones and Karen are just like, they pick it up and are just like gingerly walking over back to the.
Well, he's going to put a blanket on the ground and then like drag it.
Yeah. Well, no, it had the two poles, no?
Well,
I think it still has
the two of them left on the island, I would assume.
Marion's tough. She can do it.
She could pick up the other end, man.
Here's the other thing. Okay, hold on. Okay, so the other thing is, so that was the thing. I want to talk about this guy, this Predator. What is this called? Predator.
Oh, Badlands or whatever.
Okay. I don't
like the design. It's just me.
Listen, Predator. There's only 2 Predator movies. After that, there was a bunch of fake movies that they called Predator. The third one was a bit fake. They got a couple of real Predator parts in it, and then after that, they're all fake movies. The Predator, people are like, "What's Predator about?" Well, it's like this alien, and we're seeing their culture and the way that their teens grow up. It's like, no, what are you talking about? The Predator is about super beefed up, awesome guys that are the machoest macho guys of all time, getting their ass kicked by this weird alien, and then they got to team up and take it down and win. It's about winning against that thing. Same with part 2. And in part 2, it's Danny Glover, who's a super tall guy. Nobody says this, but he's a super tall guy. He has his badass team. When the Predator in the beginning of Predator 2 is in the jungle, which is the city this time, he's looking and he sees there's all these cartels fighting each other. There's cops fighting. There's war zones going on. And the only guys that can get anything done is Danny Glover's team. So he's like, oh, this is the badass guys of this region. And because he fights the Colombian guys, he fights the Voodoo Posse in that as well. The Predator's going after all of these guys. And Danny Glover is his team are the elite of the elite because they stopped that thing. Predator 3 is like, oh, we picked people off this thing and put it in a thing. That's not fair. How is that fair? The point of the Predator is that it goes into your jungle and you're armed with your abilities. It's your place, but I'm going to come in and hunt you. We don't teleport lions and tigers and bears and put them into a zoo and then hunt them. That's not Predator.
That's weird. Yeah,
that's weird. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, let's get into this is a young Predator. What are you talking about? Who cares? I don't care about how the Predators eat and what their manners. This isn't Star Trek. It's like, well, how do the Predators, do they have elections? Is there any Predators that want to, is there any Predators that say, you know what, we shouldn't hunt these people? Maybe the next one should be called Predator Protests, because it could have young Predators protesting the hunting of man, saying we shouldn't hunt them. It's like, what is this stupid nonsense? It's supposed to be because the whole point, I just gave them an idea. I better get a royalty.
Oh God. Yeah.
The first movie is all of these super pumped guys, wrestlers, when Carl Weathers and Schwarzenegger, pencil pusher, right? And that's what Predator is. That moment, and it's like, who's strong? They're just saying hi to each other, but inevitably they got to see who's a bit stronger. And then Carl Weathers is losing a little bit, and then he's like, okay, and then he's like, you're pushing too many pencils, right? Like, that entire thing is And they're walking around. They have cigars. They're telling dirty jokes, and they're pissing pissing wherever they feel like. I gotta take a leak, and he just pisses right there. It's like that's what Predator is. And then Predator 2 is that's the city, and it's badass, but it's different because the cops are now, and they've got a lady in there, so you can have a woman, but she's a tough ass chick. That's the point of it, and you can see she's tough ass because as soon as that guy starts talking to her, she doesn't go to what's his face, Danny Glover, say, oh, the new recruit, the cowboy guy is like making fun of me and trying to hit on me. He didn't. She grabbed his nuts. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, you better watch your effing self, or I'll rip these off. And he's okay. Exactly. That's what Predator is. Predator is not whatever this is. It's like I don't know what this is. Like, and Prey was garbage too. It's like, what is this? This is not Predator. Thoughts?
So the original Predator movie, the poster is just Schwarzenegger with the filter over
right.
Filter over.
Yeah, because he's the prey, right? Not the
right. Because so you look at these badass guys, and you assume that. Well, I mean, go back in time to when the movie came out. You didn't know what the Predator looked like before you saw the movie. For 2 weeks, most audience members didn't. Most people in America didn't know what the Predator looked like until everybody saw it in the theater. And even then, you don't get a really good look at it in the first movie. I mean, you kind of do, but it's like Alien. Now every 3-year-old knows what it looks like.
Right.
So, but back then, so you look at that, you go like, oh, he's clearly the Predator. Look at him, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then the flip is, oh shit, there's something even more badass lurking in the jungle.
Right.
What it looks like. And so after that, it becomes more difficult to. I mean, you change the location from the jungle to the concrete jungle of the city. Then you get like maybe 2 movies out of it. But after that, it becomes increasingly more difficult. And it's just like you said, J-Man, the more you know about the Predators, the less scary they become.
Yep.
They go to Predator World, and they go to Predator Walmart, and they go to Predator.
Right, and they're teaming up with little skinny chicks.
Yeah,
I'm on your team. It's like, who are you? Why are you walking around a Predator? Like this is insane.
Yeah. So
Right. I
but
mean,
this is one of many of those boomer franchises where the first 2 are pretty good, and then like the rest of them go to hell. Like Highlander's the same way. Well, Highlander's is really the first one's good.
Well, Highlander 2 is a masterpiece, but we already know that. That's fine.
Is that the re-edited one you're talking about?
I don't care which one it is. Whatever the one where Sean Connery and him are both together and they're counting the bullets. He's like, you're not going to count that scratch there and all that. Like that entire thing is awesome.
I'll give
love
it to you
Highlander
because
2.
I like you, Jamie.
Hey, thank you.
Highlander,
GT.
RoboCop.
First 2 are good, and then
the Road Warrior or Mad Max movies.
Yeah,
well,
I like
the third one, but
also
Fury
like
Road,
Different
I like
movie.
too.
Third one's a different movie.
Yeah, right.
I'm probably going to be the only one here though that I love Prey. Like I thought Prey was great.
No, I didn't like it at all because it's like fake Predator. He like trips and falls on his gun or something. I'm like, what is this nonsense?
he's goofy.
Steve, I'm gonna give you a proposition on Prey, and I'll see if because we never talked about this, and you tell me I can fix that movie pretty good with just one thing. But okay, go ahead, Ross. Finish your point, and then I'll give my Prey.
So in my opinion, and they keep trying to dig back. Halloween just went like so far off the rails,
right?
And the Terminator franchise, you got 2.
It's terrible.
And then we're at the point now where there's like way more bad sequels than there ever were of like the first 2 that were pretty good. In my opinion, I think John Wick is the only one that was consistently good.
I like all the John Wick movies. Not Ballerina. That's
John
fake.
Wick after the second one for me. It's like
they did get ultra cartoony. It is completely different. It's a completely different franchise when you get to the 4th one.
Yeah.
As far as watching a guy who doesn't embarrass, they were made close enough together. You got the same main guy. He's capable of kicking ass, even if it's in the most cartoonish way possible. By the time you get to the 4th one, it's still entertaining the way they made it and filmed it. So, but yeah, I mean, this is so. Anyway, the point is like there's so many sequels now to a lot of these franchises that are so much worse, and they're not going to get any better either. I can't
No.
see how you're going to. And why would you bother? Come up with something new.
So that's where I was going to ask you guys. Is the problem is because of the way that everything is so splintered and there's so much out there, the reliance on IP to drive new product, that's what has us in this vicious cycle of crap, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And it's only when you get like, I saw it in the comments earlier, indie, that's the way to go in terms of filmmaking. But that's why indie horror or certain horror movies, when they hit, they are amazing. But then the problem is you got to make a second or a third, and it gets watered down, and it becomes terrible. It gets into that cycle as well, too, and it gets ruined.
That movie is like when the cartoonish and it sits. I mean, even Star Wars, Return of the Jedi was goofy.
Yes.
Much more goofy stuff in it compared to the first two.
So my thing with Prey is that, look, you know what's fun? Sean and I like natives, and my uncle is native. So like and Sean and I took native courses in university and stuff because of the programs that we were in. So I like natives. I like some of the philosophy behind it and all that. Okay, but they can't win against a predator. It's just absolutely ridiculous beyond anything in the universe. And then somebody was saying, "Well, I want to see one in Japan. Why? So the samurai could get killed by the predator? There's nothing better than a ninja. The ninja are the coolest things ever made, but they can't win against a predator. They can't win against a predator.
Wait. J-Man, you're saying that Sho Khashoggi today could not take out a predator?
I don't think he can, man. I just watched The Master. I just watched an episode. I'm watching an episode of The Master every week. So I watched one today with Sho in it, Osaka, and they had a great little fight with Sho Khashoggi and the very different looking stunt man who's playing Lee Van Cleef.
I watched that show when it came out the first time. I watched that on broadcast. I love that series, man.
I love it. I absolutely. Okay.
Kane Kasugi and Scott Adkins could take
teaming up could be no. Okay, but hold on. So when they do in this Prey movie, what they should have done, it starts out normal, and then all of a sudden maybe there's like some creature or something that attacks these people, her little group, and they have blue blood, and then you're like, whoa, blue blood. Oh, they're not humans. It's another world, and you make them stronger. Like they can bust a tree down. Like the whole point is that the predator should be like, this is like to me, this is like, yeah, right. To me, this is like Alan Quatermain is going to go hunt rabbits or something. Like, like who cares? Like, it's just terrible. Hey, Genko. Who else did we get? Anybody new that came in? GT, how's it going, GT? Yeah. So like Prey was nicely shot. And here's another way to fix it. Don't make it the Predator. Make it a different monster, like Outlander. Did you see the movie Outlander with Jim Caviezel where he's with the Vikings?
Yes.
Don't make it because if you make it a Predator, it makes the Predators weak and stupid. This girl cannot win against a Predator. There's no way. It's just it's crazy. I don't have.
She kind of doesn't. The Predator makes mistakes.
So that's true. But she shouldn't appear to get the upper.
But that shouldn't happen.
He shouldn't make mistakes, and she shouldn't win. I have nothing against this actress. I thought it was photographed very beautifully. The other problem is that this is a personal thing, but when we did the stream on this, one of our streamers said this was better than he said this was the best Predator movie.
That's all this comes down to. I can't go with that one.
Right. Yeah. I was like, firstly, okay, if we're going to do the rank, this one is not as bad as The Predator, which is unwatchable. The Predator?
Yeah, The Predator. That was the one they were trying to make a universe franchise out of it.
Yeah, 2018, right? Okay, this was
what's her face?
Wait, is this the one with the school bus?
Olivia Munn?
Yeah, Olivia Munn.
This one's terrible. This is the worst.
This is
I just have to say Olivia Munn. Now you know what.
I knew it was Olivia Munn.
I remember which one they were hiding on a school bus with Thomas Jane, right? It's Thomas Jane.
Yeah, it's a bunch of comedy actors and stuff.
Yeah, so this is terrible.
This one's tough. This was
like bad movie night good though.
This I can't even watch this for fun. So this is a bad movie. The other one is AVPR, which you can't see. I watched it on 4K TV. I'm like, I can't see anything. It's all dark. It's like dark. third or fourth best Predator movie. I wouldn't say best. I would say it's like making it seem like it's the fourth best or or third best or fourth best means you're saying that it's good. I'm saying it's the third worst.
Yeah, like some
It's the
DVPs
third
are better
watchable
than
Predator
Predator
movie, and then they become unwatchable after that.
There's only 2 Predator movies, 1 and 2. That's it.
Yeah.
And then all these other ones are fake Predator movies where there's an alien in it that looks like the Predator. And we just pretend, it's kind of like the Predator, I guess. So it's like, Sean, do you think that looks like the Predator a little bit? Yeah, it does. I think maybe they took some inspiration. The movie's also called Predator. That's a coincidence. That's a very weird coincidence that they made a movie called Predator with a thing that kind of looks like it, but it's not the real Predator. I'm watching the movie and I can tell that it's fake. I don't know. It's just
the most disturbing thing in the Predator is those Predator dogs that have Predator faces with the dreadlocks. It's the weirdest thing.
That makes no
What
sense.
is this?
It makes no sense.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah, this is terrible, man. Dude,
It's the dog with the Predator head.
would it
I've seen Frenchies.
No.
I've done my job for the day.
That's I love
no.
Dr. Moreau bad.
Oh my god. I like Island of Dr. Moreau. I thought that was fun.
The dog from the Donald Sutherland Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
You remember that? Oh
yeah,
my god, that
how
dog
can
is ridiculous.
I saw that in the theater. How could you forget it? You see on the
Hey, myself.
Muttley.
Muttley,
yeah.
So, all right.
I've gotten to the point where, like, when they say they're going to make a new one, most of the people I know who are our generation just roll your eyes and go like, "Oh, I may or may not see that if it comes to streaming."
Like, what is this Badlands? Like, why is this woman standing next to this fake thing, this fake Predator? Like,
she is a Wayland
she's a synth.
Yutani synth.
Yeah.
Right. So it's fake. So it's more fake crap. Why are they creating these loser like?
You know what it is? What's up? You know what it is really? It's kind of like Training Day, but without a Denzel version.
Oh, man. Without Denzel, I mean, Training Day. It may as well just be called Denzel Washington is awesome. That was the working title. They're like, we got to come up with the title.
Nothing on you. Is that what it is, J-Man?
Everything that he says, you know what the problem with that movie is that he's the superhero, and at the end you're supposed to be against him. I was like, I'm kind of not against him.
No,
you can't make someone if you make someone super awesome, I don't care what they do. This is like Breaking Bad. I watched the whole series and like, oh, Walter White was such a villain. I'm like, he was the villain? No, he was like the hero of that show. And I'm like, he's clearly the hero. I don't know what you're talking about. I said, if it wasn't drugs and it was a business, then he's the hero. If it was any other business,
yeah, it was Gustavo and the Salamanca crew. They were the bad guys.
Right. Oh man,
right?
No, yeah, man, I don't know if that guy's the villain either. I think that guy might be the other hero. He might be the sidekick. Is that Esposito guy? Is that Esposito or whatever?
Giancarlo Esposito, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that guy.
Gustavo Fring, man, he's one of the best. He's one of the best characters. Like
he's a hero.
He's had amazing characters from top to bottom.
Yeah. No, he's a hero. Like Gus Fring or whatever. Yeah, no, that guy's a superhero.
Especially his final scene.
Everything about and the fact that he's dead is absolute garbage. He should have survived and won. He's the best character. I loved every second of that guy. Oh man, yeah, no, that guy is awesome. Yeah, that guy's awesome, and yeah, I think I like him better than Walter. Yeah, Walter. Yeah, I like Walter, but no, Fring is the best. Let's. I think that's like we could safely establish that he's literally the best.
He's better than Eisenberg.
I tagged your channel. Is that? That must be for. That must be for Steve. Thank you very much
for that. That's awesome. Really appreciate that.
All right, so. What's the last thing? What do we got? What's the last thing you want? Any comic book?
Ultimate Universe. What? Why are they killing that already? Why is that something that's a short run?
Ultimate. Yeah, isn't that selling for Marvel?
Selling or no?
I have no idea. I was reading something where they said it was planned to be because what is it? 2 years?
Yeah.
Like, what's the purpose then?
What were the titles? I only remember Spider-Man.
Concludes next year.
Black Panther.
It was Black Panther, Wolverine. Spidey.
There's lots. Yeah, X-Men for sure.
and I think the Ultimates.
It was. I personally didn't like it, but I didn't read much of it. There's Wolverine as well, and
yeah,
but it was. I think it was selling well.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think it was selling
Spider-Man,
well.
at least.
Spider-Man for sure was.
Spider-Man for sure was up there with Ultimate.
this one.
Sorry, Absolute Batman in terms of the two biggest books.
Yeah, and I don't really like Absolute Batman either, but they were selling.
Last year.
Yeah, they were big. I remember a lot of people purchased. Even I got this one, and not even that, but there was what's the thing called, previews or whatever comes out to show you the issue of previews or whatever it is that has this is actually on eBay and worth money. And I actually have that because I just always grab that.
So like the Marvel version?
What's Marvel's thing? I don't know what it's called. DC Connect and Marvel Previews. I think it's previews.
Marvel Previews? Is that what it's called?
So Marvel Previews with Ultimate Spider-Man on it. People are selling that now.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't get past the dinner scene.
I just sent you a CBR
I got it.
article, J-Man.
Let's see CBR. Oh, that's a trash outlet, right? Let's take a look at it.
It is.
J-Man,
they are terrible, but they do have something on it.
Yeah, if you can extricate the actual news from
all this garbage,
then it's fine.
Yeah, so I think it was doing well. Sorry, Sean, what were you saying?
J-Man, you had a question about DC blind bags, and you.
I answered it. I got it answered. It's only it's not. They're not getting rid of the normal ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
J-Man thought they're gonna do all blind bags for their entire DC line, and I was like,
that was reported. Yeah, that was set. Yeah, so Ultimate. So okay, we want to talk about that, and we want to talk. Okay, so Ultimates. I think it was selling well. Why would Marvel get rid of it? Because Marvel's dumb anyways. So I don't know what other answer there is to that question. It's like they don't know what's going on. Let's talk about the blind bag stuff because, blind bag, DC's done it. DC,
KO,
KO, all of the blind bags. So I grabbed
let me see if I get this right. So I got this one of the KO #1.
Yeah,
and I picked it up from Capitaine Quebec here in Montreal. And so I'm kind of lucky because it was a cover that I probably would have picked anyway. But I remember watching something about McFarlane talking about blind bags at New York Comic Con, and he was like totally against them.
Yeah, I'm against it. Like Groucho Marx, whatever it is, I'm against it. No. So I bought one for Batman #1 because I didn't know what it was. Like, I mean, I knew it was a blind bag. So I went to Carlos is my shop, Gotham Central Comics in Mississauga. That's the shop I go to. I went in there. I saw this Batman #1. It was on my pull list. So I got the cover A or whatever. And I saw all of these. And I was like, oh, what are these? And he's like, well, they're kind of special ones. It's like a mystery bag. I thought, oh, what the heck? I'll grab one. I didn't realize it was $15 because they're all foils. I was like, ugh. So I don't like, this is definitely, I can definitely for sure tell you that most people probably in the chat, probably even maybe Sean is with me on this one. I think Sean might be I'm not even sure if Steve would be on this one or if Ross would be with me on this one. I don't like bags and boards. I don't like cardboard covers. I don't like puffy. I don't like any of it. I want not cover A, because if you say cover A, that sounds like there's more. There should be the cover. This is the cover. That's it. I don't like any of it. I said this once at the shop, and man, did I get blast. I got so blasted by everybody, and I never backed down. But even I was like, oh, I don't have time to fight this battle.
Weird.
I'm like,
you like paying $20 for those weird variant covers and having to spend $200 to get like all versions of the same book.
I'll tell you what turned me off. Okay. So I bought this Batman one, this one right here, and I got I don't want to get it out. It's like underneath here. So I got the foil looks good. Like I looked, I said, this looks really cool. Like Steve just showed that one. That looks really neat. Yeah. I thought, oh, this looks really neat. Okay, cool. So then I put it away. I said, okay, it's a special one. It's a number one. So Steve, you got a DCKO number one. It's a special event thing. So it's cool to take part. And then I went on eBay and no. Then at my comic shop, they posted a picture of a couple of people holding like a gold foil version. I thought, oh, that looks pretty cool. There's like a gold one. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's one in whatever. I know it's some sort of ratio or something. So then I went on to eBay and I saw the guy saying, congratulations, we got to. And then when I went in the next week, the shop owner was saying, oh, did you hear, a couple of guys got some gold ones. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm like, I saw pictures of gold. I don't understand what that is. Mm-hmm. So I went home and I went on eBay for gold Batman. This comic just came out. Mm-hmm. Somebody wanted $3,000 for a gold. And I'm like, wow, have we lost our effing minds? Wow. What do you think is going to happen? Okay, okay. I go, Steve, do you go every week or I mean, you go to the comic shop, do you go every week or you kind of wait?
No, I go maybe every 6 weeks, 2 months, sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is not a judgment call. I just want to know.
Yeah, no, it's just time.
So I go once a week or once every other week, depending on what came out. So if only because my shop holds everything for me. So if only one comic came out, I'm not going to drive down for it. So I usually wait. So I'm going to go this Wednesday because there's about 5 or 6 comics that I need to get. Okay. So, but I do go every like twice a month for sure, let's say. So for all intents and purposes, you could just say I go every week because I don't buy the comic, but every Wednesday a comic is pulled for me for me to collect. So I'm buying a lot. Sean also is going every week or every whatever. Yeah. And the thing is that like we've been going since the dawn of time. Whatever comic you just bought today or last month or last year is going to be worth zero because we have comics from the 90s that are worth zero. So what do you think? So now, how long ago was that? So you want to go 30, let's wait 30 years. Well, in 30 years, we're going to be 90, right? Or whatever. So what is that going to matter? Like, we'll be 80, whatever, right? Whatever, depending on our age.
70,
we'll be 80. What are we going to do? We're going to sell our collections and do what at that age? Like, none of these things are going to be worth anything. I'm only buying it because I like to go and support the shop and get the latest issue of I only get the 2 Supermans, the 2 Batmans, Transformers. I might get that. I got Skin Breakers #1. It was actually bloody awesome. So I might get Skin Breaker. Yeah, that was very good. Anyways, so what am I going to do with these comics? Like, I can leave them to my niece. I can leave them to my nephew. Unfortunately, my nephew doesn't like Batman because he can't watch any Batman things because the Batman is too dark and too long and too boring and it's too adult. So he can't watch that. So he likes Beyblades. Like, I got the texts here. Their birthdays were last week on the 10th. And I said, what do the kids want? Beyblade Stadium X or something. I was like, okay. I said, just send me the pictures. And then for my niece, anything Barbie.
Yeah.
Right. So I went in. She likes magic and fairies. I was like, oh, look, there's fairy Barbie. I'm like, okay. And I went to Walmart, Beyblade X Stadium. I was like, oh, that looks cool. But I'll tell you, I played Beyblade with my nephew. Firstly, it's pretty fun. I'll give it that. It is very fun.
That's another old franchise that they brought back for
millennials.
Yeah, it's old, yeah.
So they brought, and that's it. What about Transformers or Superman? It's like,
Yeah.
It's I bought him the Batcave when he was like 4. They have like those little people.
The Magic X? Yeah.
Yes. Maybe. Yes.
You put them in a thing and you turn.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
I bought the super bat, like the big one, the biggest Batcave one they had.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, this is awesome. And then that's like super gone. That's probably at Value Village now or whatever, right? Like it's like these kids, Thundercats, Batman.
Well, in 30 years, the kids now are going to be buying.
Hold on a second. Myself in comics, where is he going to watch that? He's my. I don't get to show it to him. My cousin is his mom, and my cousin doesn't give 1 ounce of crap about any of these Batman cartoons. None of his friends are watching it. If I show it to him, he's going to tell his friends. His friends will be like, we'd rather play Beyblade.
Yeah.
I myself, you're saying YouTube. Who's going to direct him to YouTube? Like, I'm going to say, watch Batman cartoons on YouTube. He's going to be like, no, I'm going to watch something else.
You know what? You're just going to have to. Yeah, you're going to have him come over, J-Man, in a year or two, and then just have him for a weekend, and then you just plop him front there, and you just give him the Batman.
I've tried. They came over.
Mm-hmm.
I let them pick out of like 4 or 5 movies. They picked Labyrinth, right? Okay. They made it through 45 minutes and they're done. They don't care. Mm-hmm. I tried what was the other one I tried? Oh my God, I forgot. I can't remember now. I put it on. Nope. I said, hey, you made it 45 minutes, pretty good, and they don't care.
Yeah. You showed them Dark Crystal, and was it them or was it
That's my other niece and nephew. Yeah. They like Dark. Yeah, so here's the thing. On the other side, my niece and nephew, they have seen nothing because their parents are always on the go. So they're going out doing stuff. They're going on little vacations. They go to the zoo. They go to the park. They are very outside people. So when they sit down to watch a movie, it's a big event. So I put Superman 3 on for my nephew, and he thought it was awesome. Right. And he's old enough to think it's cheesy. Like he would have been old enough to think it's cheesy. But they don't watch very many movies. Like they'll see 1 or 2 a year. Like that's it, because they're always out doing stuff. The other niece and nephew, they're more like watching TV. They have iPads and they have TVs in their rooms, and they're watching whatever their shows are. They're not watching any of these superhero things because it's not new. I love Brave and the Bold. That's my favorite cartoon, but they don't care. They're not going to go to YouTube to seek out Batman because they don't know what it is. And my cousin, she likes the Nolan trilogy. That's it. Like she's like, oh, I like Heath Ledger. He's cool. Yeah. We don't have any of these things though. Like you got to pay for it. And they're like, why would I pay for Disney Plus? Why would I pay for Netflix? They don't care. They don't watch any of that. Right. My cousin likes true crime podcasts.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's what she listens to.
I don't have any streaming, and I can just entertain myself all day long, pretty much for free between YouTube, what I already own, and I'll go to my dad's, and like if there's something really big on streaming, I'll watch that there. But yeah, it's fine. Well, I'll tell you. So I saw something that I consider might be the future soon, but it's controversial. It's not really political, but it's controversial. So I saw an Indian movie this week called Mirai, and it's basically a Indian King Arthur story where hero's quest, Mirai. It's on Hulu. You can watch it on Hulu. Mm-hmm. So it's basically a hero's quest thing where this guy turns out to be the chosen one to stop the evil apocalypse, and he has to go all over India and get this magic staff that's basically in Indian Excalibur. And there's like this evil guy who is in the middle of the movie, it's revealed he was mistreated in his village, and so he's got this big grudge against everybody, and he's become like the super magician. And there's like he has 8 of the 9 books that are going to bring about the apocalypse, and the 9th book they have to try to intercept him from getting that. And it's a lot of pieces of stories that you've heard before, and it's long. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes long, and it's pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good. But there are parts of it that I'm 99% sure we're done with AI. Mostly, well, this is the stuff the movie has in it, okay? It's got castles and palaces and gigantic sets, and it's got this location where it was like a temple in the middle of nowhere, and the hero and the villains were just blowing shit up with their magical powers. And there was a girl who had these like badass like blade things that kind of looked like the Xena Warrior Princess's chakrams, only like bigger and badder. And she could jump like she has like a wire, and there was a lot of wire foo in this movie. There was a giant bird that the hero kind of befriends and can fly around on at some point. There was a train with a bridge, and they blew the shit out of the bridge. It was a spectacle. I was like, damn.
That sounds
And
bonkers.
then I read the Wikipedia thing. I read the IMDb reviews, and some of them were saying like it was pretty good despite the low budget. And I'm like, how is this movie low budget? And it turns out it was like about $15 million in American money. And then it had it had Indian stars in it. There were big actors playing the yogis and the wise men. So I'm like, and the music was good. It didn't have any big lavish musical numbers. It was mostly just like fighting and action. So, and it wasn't like I wouldn't put it on the same level as RRR, but
oh yeah, that
it was
great.
A solid C plus, B minus. Even though it was long, I was entertained mostly throughout. It kind of overstayed its welcome. But,
so it's 15 million. I just did the conversion.
Yeah, it's about 15 million. And they actually doubled the budget. Originally, it was like less than that. And I'm like, how? That's not even like a single episode of She-Hulk cost. Yeah. So the thing is, because a lot of the AI, I'm pretty convinced, was stuff that isn't being replicated. So like the one exterior shot of the castle, that was probably AI, and the one shot of the train track exploding, that was probably AI. So I'm like, there's a lot of people, especially in comic book fandom, especially in the arts, there's a lot of people taking this moral high ground against the AI, and that I understand both sides of the argument, and I have feelings. I have my own feelings about it. But there are going to be countries like India, Japan, China, Asian countries, Latin American countries. Pretty much everybody who isn't in the Western world isn't going to give a shit about the moral high ground of AI, and it wasn't just AI. There was still that you watch the Marvel movies and there's like this ton of Indian names that come like for the CGI effects. They still had that. There was a ton of stuff that had to be done with AI, but it was very cleverly edited, or has to be done with CGI and by hand, and to get replicating shots. What am I trying to say? In order to so you can connect one shot to the other, the things have to be the same model. You know what I'm saying? So they still have to do that by hand, and I'm like, but if you don't have to pay for that one shot of the castle, which is thousands of dollars, if you don't have to pay for that one shot or whatever, that adds up, and soon your movie only costs like $15 million, and you get as much value as a lower tier MCU movie. So I think it's going to be indie movies, people who don't give a damn, and people overseas who are going to be the future of fantasy and action cinema.
They can save. Okay, I'll say this, and then we got to end the stream. But really quick, Sean, what have you got going on your channel? Because we're gonna have to end quick.
I have a whole bunch of comic book stuff, and I hope to put up more Halloween-related comic book stuff, including Tomb of Dracula. So stay tuned.
Make sure you guys are. So we're streaming this on many platforms. So guys, make sure you subscribe to everybody on the panel. All the links are in the description and in the chat. Steve, what have you got going on for Comics Asylum?
We have Ivan Kosmarek, who deals with the Canadian whites, and so those are basically the Canadian comics that were produced in the 40s during the war when there was the paper shortage. So he's going to be coming on the stream on Wednesday to talk about Canadian comics and history, and we're in the last 16 hours of the Atrium graphic novel. And we're fully funded. We've unlocked our two of our stretch goals, and we have late pledges. So even if you haven't backed it by, I think, 1 p.m. tomorrow, you'll have a chance to contribute to the campaign. The prices will go up a little bit, but they'll still be available. All
right, so they can find through your links, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Ross, do you have anything you want to mention?
Yeah, You're the Hunter from the Future Kickstarter is finally going to happen. I've seen the PDF. It was rejected by Kickstarter initially, and now it's going to go through. I made a video for it. I've seen the Kickstarter campaign for it. It's going to be really basic. You get the hardcover or the paperback, and you get a PDF with it, or you can just get the PDF by itself. But
awesome. Let me know when that goes, and I'll share it out because I'll get that.
We'll see. We'll see if I let you.
Okay. All right. So tomorrow, Sean and I are back. Tomorrow, Sean and I are back for Earth's Mightiest Mondays. Every Avengers we do every Monday we do Avengers stream. So those are the 4 Defenders. Avengers Defenders War starts tomorrow, so that'll be tomorrow at the same time. Okay, so the bottom line is, I'll say, like, I think you could save some of these movies because of the money. I said this before. If you just make a 90-minute Spider-Man movie, the next one could be Spider-Man and Scorpion. Jameson makes Scorpion or whatever, right? Matt Gargan, whatever. They have a fight. Spider-Man gets his ass kicked. He's like, shit, I got my ass kicked. Scorpion's on top. Yeah, he's the best. Woohoo. Then Spider-Man's like, I got to work my webbing. He was able to cut through my webbing. I got to fix up my formula. Have a couple of things with maybe a girlfriend or something. And then he makes the formula, goes back, fights Scorpion, is able to defeat him a bit better, right? Or the beginning could be Spider-Man. You could do like a James Bond thing. The first 15 minutes, he could just be helping people, saving some people. So you get Spider-Man saving people in the beginning. Then Scorpion's backstory. Scorpion gets made. He fights Spider-Man and defeats him. So that's halfway. So at 45 minutes, that's a big action scene, super big action scene with them fighting. Spider-Man loses. He has to come back, get through some sort of personal growth, whatever that is. That's introduced in the right after the first action scene. Something can be introduced. He comes back, makes better web shooters, whatever. Has a big super fight with Scorpion at the end. Defeats Scorpion. Gets to Scorpion gets pissed off at Jameson. He saves him at the end. Roll the credits. 95 minutes. The budget would be way less. You only have you have one action scene in the beginning where he's saving a bunch of people. Something happens to have some sort of problem, like Aunt May's sick and he doesn't know if she's going to be okay or whatever. And then it goes to Scorpion's origin. Mac's a big, he's just like an asshole character. And then, he becomes the Scorpion with the suit and all that. He fights Spider-Man. Spider-Man has to learn Aunt May's going to be okay or whatever it is. Makes his new web shooters. The web is stronger. Goes back, fights them. Maybe he can make weapons or shields out of it. I don't know, something cool to sell toys. He fights them. He wins. He goes to fight Jameson. He saves Jameson. He's like, see, Jameson, I saved you. He's like, well, I don't like you anymore anyways, right? That's it. 90 minutes, done. The budget would be way half less. Like it wouldn't be 200 million. You could probably do it for less than 100 million if you only have 3 big scenes. And if it's 90 minutes, it could play longer. You could rewatch it at home. It would be the year of Spider-Man and the Scorpion. All your merchandise and marketing would be Scorpion shirts, Scorpion tails, Scorpion popcorn bucket, Spider-Man, choose your size, Scorpion or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. You have buttons and whatever. All your stuff is, and just Scorpion. No other character at all. That's it. The movie ends. You have a poster with Spider-Man and Scorpion fighting on it. That's your poster. Done. Your marketing campaign is just going to be 2 characters. You hire that guy from Better Call Saul, who was already Scorpion in the last thing. I like that actor.
Yeah, Mike Mando. Yeah.
Use him. I like that guy. I thought he was going to be Scorpion. Use that guy. Right. That's the end. Done. Make it 100 million because just Spider-Man's name alone is going to make it 700 million just on Spider-Man's name. Yeah. And your profits could be so high. Then the next movie is 90 minutes again. Yeah. And when kids buy this movie on 4K and they can watch it a bunch of times, these 3-hour movies, kids are not going to sit there and watch this. I remember watching, now Batman 89 was 2 hours, and I used to think, whoa, that was really long, but it's Batman, it's pretty good. Yeah. I would watch that movie, repeat. When I rented Mortal Kombat, when that came out on VHS, I watched it 4 times on Saturday and 3 times on Sunday, and I returned it before 5 p.m. or whatever the time was. I watched Mortal Kombat 4 times on that one day. I was like, this is so awesome. I just rewind. I was like, and then I go out, because it's super fast. I don't know how, it's a super short movie. Why are these movies so overblown? You know what the thing is? It's not Shakespeare. It's not that good. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the coolest looking superhero of all time. He's one of the best characters of all time. He is not that important that he needs 3-hour movies. It's not that epic, guys. It's a good guy hero that you like, who's a likable person. He does good in school. He cares for his aunt. He has girl problems, but he fights the bad guys. The bad guys are dicks. They're not sympathetic people who've had a rough life. They're just dicks. He fights them and wins. And then when the kids buy the toys, they buy a scorpion and put it in their left hand. They buy a Spider-Man, they put it right, and they go like this.
Yeah, and like you said about your nephews or your nephews and nieces, their attention span is barely 45 minutes now.
Yeah.
So now I would watch we would all watch the shit out of what you just proposed.
Oh, absolutely.
You know that Ghost.
I mean, Labyrinth. Like, there's not even 1 second of like that entire movie is awesome. Every second there's something going on, but they just they don't care, and they didn't invest in it. It's like the kids kidnapped. Well, she'll probably get them back. Like, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care about it. There's so many other things to watch, right? Anyways, we got to end there. So, Steve, did you want to make a point because it was Spider-Man? Gave a Spider-Man point.
Oh, no, I totally agree with you. But if you look at something like K-pop Demon Hunters, like aside from the music aspect of it,
right,
the pacing of it, the way the characters interact, the good versus evil, that's all you got to do, right?
Yeah.
There.
Kids don't need Spider-Man though. They've got K-pop Demon Hunters. They got Chainsaw Man. They got Jujutsu Kaisen. They've got.
But if
they've got tons of stuff.
If you market it properly and get kids to be pumped up and make it short and easy to digest, and it's like everywhere they go, they see a Spider-Man and a Scorpion, and they know that this entire year, the year of 2026, is Scorpion and Spider-Man. Then in 2027. Or in 2028, however you want to do it, then you bring in the next guy. You pick another villain of Spider-Man's, right? Could be anybody, right? Sandman or whoever, and then it's going to be all Sandman, because then you remember it. Even Batman messed up with having the multiple villains. It should have just been worse than they ever did. It should have just been Penguin, and then it should have just been Catwoman, and then it should have just been Riddler, and then this is Riddler's movie, right? Yeah. Not Riddler, not especially when you get to Poison Ivy, Bane, Woodrue, Floronic Man or whatever, and and Mr. Freeze. Like, why is there like 4 comic villains in this? Like, and then Floronic Man's just killed in 5 seconds. You're like, well, not that I cared about that character, but you're like, well, he could have been used. They could have done something with this guy. Like, it would have been neat to have, it's all, and it just makes the budget so big, and then the casting is big. You have to pay all these actors. You just get 2 actors. That's it, and you have your staple characters. It's so easy. Just make one villain and then make it shorter and make more movies. Instead of $200 million for one movie, why not just make 100 million and make 2 movies back to back, right? Have Craven in the next one. And like doing these Craven, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about Clayface. Nobody cares. Even I love Penguin. The show was decent. It was a good show. It was a good quality show, but who cares? It's like that could go. Even though I liked it, that can go. Craven can go, Venom can go. I don't understand what is the point of all the erase all these things, put that money behind a better project, and make Batman 100 minutes. Clearly, he's a detective. He should be able to. He's the best detective. He should be able to solve these things much quicker. Like, I swear to God, call Mrs. Fletcher, call Angela Lansbury. She would have solved that case in 5 seconds.
Angela Lansbury would have mopped the floor.
She would have been like, "Oh,
she would know that thing tucks in carpet."
She'd be like, she's like, "Oh, my cousin in Idaho is like a carpet guy, and I know this is it's like, wait a minute." Let's check under the carpet.
Officer exposition to come in at the last minute. It's like, oh, my brother does it. What the hell is this script? Who wrote this? Anyway.
I do like Basil exposition in Austin Powers. That is very funny. Okay, I gotta go. No, we're done. We're done. That's it. We're done. Guys, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow for Earth's Mightiest Mondays. Thanks to the panel. Thanks to the chat. You guys are awesome.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man. And he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.